I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, all to the show, man. Still to the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like another city, the driver's side fly. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Hands up, you can watch review for French. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Moaning.
I see y'all making fun of me without me even getting the opportunity to defend myself. I went to get breakfast and I said, let me try this breakfast burrito. And it's horrible.
Is it? Where'd you get it from?
Einstein.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Hold.
What?
You came in yesterday telling me Einstein Bagel is the new spot. And
I tried something different.
What the hell are you doing? you
went
to Einstein Bagel.
I should have stuck with Old Faithful.
Just get a bagel. You got a burrito from Einstein, you know?
It sounded delicious. The description.
What was the what are the fillings?
Chorizo, cheese, hash browns.
Right.
Little spice. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. I think I'm not a big fan of chorizo.
I think getting a chorizo burrito from Einstein Bagels is like getting Kool-Aid from Tucker Addison.
If you were to say I got some Kool-Aid in the refrigerator, and you just get...
What's the first question at a cookout? Who made it?
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing it. Or I brought this. Who made this? Tucker Addison made it. There's probably gonna be some raisins in. But anyway. Yeah. Last night, probably a late night for a lot of people, I can imagine. As the country, not to get too Radio Libre on them, the country came to a decision that President Donald Trump will be president.
You know what? You know what I started thinking?
Yeah.
Grover Cleveland.
Huh.
You know who Grover Cleveland is?
That's a president, I think.
He was a president.
Yes.
He is the only other president to serve 2 terms, not consecutively.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I see that. His was first one from 1885 to 1889, and then the other one from 1893 to 97. Very similar.
So
he 20, and then he skipped one, and then back to him again.
And then I'm thinking, wow, we back in the 1800s.
Essentially, you can feel that way. This wasn't a surprise at all. And again, I don't want to harp too much on what we feel is right, what we feel is wrong. At the end of the day, we're all Americans. We should all focus on making this the best possible thing, no matter what the circumstances.
You just had chili peppers on it.
All my parlays fell through. My parlays fell through for sure. Because all the amendments that I wanted to go.
Oh, I got food, right? So we got an email.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw the email, and then I looked at I was watching the news, and I saw it was like 57% to 43%.
Yeah.
Right? But you got to have 60% for it to pass.
Correct.
So that's how I got. So I'm looking at all these other races, and I'm like, oh, damn, that's a commanding lead.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
And then they're like, no, you got to have 60%.
Isn't that crazy? Imagine if you're in the NBA Finals and the first game tips off and it's like, you got to win by 10, actually.
Yeah.
You got to win by 10. Can't just win.
But,
look,
I think
matter what.
So the nothing passed.
Correct.
So, sorry, women.
But the part that I want to focus on is, fortunately, everybody had an opportunity to use their voice and went out and voted. And this was the American process. A lot of people don't even have this gift. So unfortunately, it didn't go the way a certain party may have not wanted it to, but nonetheless, we exercise our political right to do something, and that's all we can do.
I respect the decision. It is what it is. Everybody had a chance to go and vote, and that's what the votes determine. I'll live with it. We got to live with it. It is what it is. Hopefully, President Trump will, as he says, make the country better than it was.
All we can hope.
So that's all we can hope for, right? Like, and I'm American. I'm a ride with the process. I just wish, we all can do it. But I know when this country is the best, when this country is the strongest, when this country is the safest, there isn't division. There's bipartisan decisions on both sides, right? That means decisions are made together and not one party over the other.
Correct. Now, another thing that we were waiting on, as you're eyeing the clock yesterday, if you're an NFL fan, the trade deadline.
Oh, that thing came. I wasn't listening. That trade deadline passed, and I say, okay, when do the first polls come back?
I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, is it always on election day? This is not good.
Actually, it's not. It's not. It's well.
I think it's
no, because I think, no, I think it might be because I think they're both on the first Tuesday of November.
Oh, so it's not like a date thing. It's one of those things like I'll say a greater portion of my life, I thought Thanksgiving was on an actual day. And then I realized it's
on the fourth Thursday.
What the hell is that? What is that?
I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know. Well, so hey, now let's use our big brain here.
Oof.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm gonna say this to you because I love you. How in the hell can it be on a certain date when it's always on Thursday?
Okay, this is
no, this is
a problem. This is a problem.
So you got to explain yourself because that's kicking my ass right there.
As a kid, I may or may not have called everything chicken. If it's like, oh, this is turkey. This is
turkey. That's normal. That's normal.
Cool.
So if it got a leg, it don't matter how big the leg is, you call it chicken.
Yeah, I just didn't take into account the dates. I just was like, meh, well, this is the same date as last year, right? Who knows what today is? I just know I'm off of school. I'm about to drive somewhere up north, most likely, like Orlando, and I'm about to eat some good food.
Okay.
Those are the only things that matter to me.
That's fine. That's fine. But let me throw this at you.
Woo!
And let's just throw this little tidbit of information at you.
It's usually the 25th, isn't it?
You are now a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
You're not the little kid that thinks everything's chicken. So at some point you got to say, wow, when I was a kid, I thought it was on the same date.
I think one of these years it pulled up on me early or late. Like I remember it being like usually somewhere around 25th, or maybe I'm just associating Christmas with that. But I just remember it was somewhere around there. And one year it was like on the 29th. And I'm like, I still haven't eaten. What is going on? But, you live and you learn, Leroy. Don't judge.
I mean, damn, you should have learned that a while ago, though.
Yeah, I was maybe like 17 when I finally pieced that together.
17?
Not my proudest moment, indeed. Not my proudest moment. As we get on with the show, if you haven't already noticed, our boy Tobes is out.
Yep, Tobes is out.
Don't worry, he did send me his Blue Chew read for today. If anyone's gonna worry about me. Tobin will be out today. He'll also be out Friday. So Leroy and I will be holding things down. JFig will be back later. I
figured since it was just us that maybe she would show up a little earlier.
She didn't know. Apparently, she didn't know. She said she wasn't told anything.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, and I feel like he said it a lot, but every time he said it to me, it was in studio. So I understand why. Because I told you, and you were kind of surprised as well.
No, because usually he'll tell me, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And he may have, but sometimes it's hard to listen to him because I don't know. Is this serious Tobin? Is this a jokey joke Tobin?
Can I say something that doesn't make sense about him, though? So he's off today. He has something to do, of course. Friday, something to do. Cool, no problem. Personal business. I'm not a guy who's gonna complain about missing days. Which, by the way, okay, we won't focus on that. Next week on Monday, Veterans Day, we have an opportunity to do like a best of. Yeah. You know who's gonna be in?
You and me.
Tobin.
Yeah, no, he's not working. He's not working. Oh, he is working Monday.
He is working Monday.
Well, I can explain. It was broken down to me.
Yeah, he mentioned this.
If he worked Monday, he said, "Can I get a day?" Yes. So he just switched Monday for Friday. If he worked on Friday, he was going to take Monday off.
That's right. See? So he still gets a 3-day. But no. Hold on. Let me explain some more stuff. It's not just him trying to do some things here. He also has a game on Monday that he has to go to. So he's like, if I'm going over there,
he ain't got to go to the game.
He said he's going to go. He says he has to work.
Isn't it LA? What did he play?
That's what
they play in LA on Monday night.
Oh no, he said he has to work. So he's probably talking about the
Game Day Uncensored
show. Look, he's a self-control pony is really what I'm trying to get at. More or less is what I'm saying.
You know, when Tobin's working, I get the little thing on my screen.
Yeah.
That says that has the rundown. And then Tobin's there. I don't read the rundown, but
as you can see, your boy did not send a rundown today. I thought Dabo was going to be here.
So we all did.
You know what though? Life will keep maneuvering the way that you need to in order to find success. And
today, hold on.
What happened?
You see what Jennifer put on there?
No, let me see.
So, do we have a show on Monday or what? Because I'd like to know what time I need to leave the festival on Sunday. Like,
real.
You doing it? You doing it like that on Sunday?
She's in a day after Halloween us again.
Oh,
landing on the haunted house.
Solid question.
No, we will unfortunately be in, but if you wanna enjoy Monday off, you're more than welcome to enjoy Monday off, JFig, because if I wasn't going to be potentially leaving the country for the rest of the week, then I would probably take Monday off as well. But
you going to Mexico?
What? Me going to Mexico? Yeah, I'm going to Mexico.
What's in Mexico?
Cancun, man. Love Cancun.
Really?
Yeah, but this time it's gonna be me and two of my brothers. No, little baby's gonna be fun with the missus. Listen, the missus is taking.
Wait.
Yeah.
You're not taking your girl with you?
I am not, because my girl.
Wait.
What?
This explains all the ridiculously of yesterday. Yes. Oh my goodness. You are. Wait a minute. Dude. Hey. I'm telling you.
Man. Nope. And I'm gonna tell you why. No. Today would mark her 4th trip that she's taken in the past month and a half. This time to Pittsburgh. While your boy.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Who takes a trip to Pittsburgh?
I know. She also went to Portland, Maine. Did you even know Maine had a Portland?
You can't. Yeah. You can't even. There's no place. Listen, it's so hard to get to Pittsburgh. When we played Pittsburgh, we used to take the bus.
Yeah.
We used to ride the bus because it took more time to fly there. Think about that.
That's a very Steel City. I've heard great things, I think.
In Cincinnati, when you fly to Cincinnati, you got to land in Kentucky.
What?
Yep.
That's not even the same state.
Correct. But Cincinnati's right across the bridge from Kentucky. So a lot of people that work in Cincinnati live in Kentucky.
Huh.
Yeah, man.
Imagine traveling to another state for work.
Yeah.
And you still get there quicker.
But they do it
on the Glades.
Oh, you're doing it again.
What I do?
The dumb thing.
What?
New Jersey, New York, lot of people live in New Jersey that work in New York.
I didn't know that. Actually, yeah,
Wait,
that's another.
that's you. Come on.
No, that's
Come
that's
on.
a
The
brilliant-
stadium.
oh, no.
Wait. The stadium for the Giants and the Jets is in Jersey.
Leroy, I just told you I thought Thanksgiving was the same date every month for the first 18 years of my life. I just don't be paying attention. If it's not directly right, have bad vision. If it's not right here, probably doesn't matter. Right here. There we go.
All
So
right.
people live in Philly and work in New York. How far is Philly from New York?
A train ride.
Oh, I like trains. Take
It's like
trains.
it's a hike though. Because when I was in Baltimore and we played New York in a preseason game, we took the train.
Wow. Okay. So this happens much more. I mean, I live in a long state.
That's what when my family called me, asked me what I'm gonna do for the hurricane. I'm like, I can't leave. It take 8 hours to get out of the state. Where
like
we gonna go?
Well, I can't evacuate, sir. This is
I say you either go East Coast or West Coast, and that's an hour trip.
Yeah, that's literally
your
you have a better chance of going from ocean to ocean than you have from going from here to the border. I don't even know those people up there.
By the way, one more thing.
Yep,
it's not ocean to ocean.
What? Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean? That's the same.
You just said it yourself, dummy. Gulf of Mexico and Atlantic Ocean. That's not an ocean to ocean.
Is that a different ocean?
Oh my goodness. Oh my
goodness. Dude.
Oh my goodness.
It's not right here, Leroy. It doesn't matter.
Oh boy.
It doesn't matter. I only extend past this when you guys are in studio. Then I can focus on from here to the window. But anything past that, can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
I got you.
Today we got games galore. Of course, silly sauce will be in full effect. We also have some news to cover about your Miami Dolphins, who prepare for a Monday night matchup.
I wonder if anybody's shocked that there were no trades.
Nothing big, nothing big.
No, I'm talking about from the Dolphins' perspective. I don't.
Oh, they mentioned that they weren't going to do anything, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I can't imagine that there's anything that you could do substantial other than get yourself in more monetary trouble, for the future.
For sure. Yeah. And honestly, I heard one of those arguments yesterday that was kind of like tallest little person. And it was essentially, of all the 2-win teams in the NFL, which there happens to be quite a bit, who are the best 2-win teams? And I think by a mile, the Dolphins have the best roster. So I don't see. I
but here's the deal.
Yeah.
The circumstances behind why they are a 2-win team plays a role in that. When you look at all the other teams, most of the other teams have been healthy.
Correct. So, just had bad play of some sort.
Right.
So, that's a promising thing. But again, it's hard to be optimistic after seeing the record more than anything. Not after seeing the football. If you see the football, you see a steady progress. But if you just look at the record, it's just very disheartening. So.
The most important thing in sports is winning. That will never change. I try to emphasize that to your boy, but you can fix a lot of things while you're winning. And I bring up the 2001 Ravens, who went 5 weeks without scoring an offensive touchdown and end up winning the Super Bowl after doing that. Win the game. Just win the game. Win the game. We'll worry about the other stuff next week. Get out of this week with a win. Everybody wants style points. Everybody wants their team to look great while winning. I say, look, just win. And everything else will kind of work itself out. But you're not winning these games at all, even if you look better. And nobody cares. Everybody just looks at this team as like, they ain't looking at it and say, oh man, everybody's coming back. Maybe we're going. No, they're looking at you like you're 2-6. That's it. Yep. And if they had barely won those other 2 games, or barely beat Tennessee, or barely beat who did lose to Indianapolis, right? We would be having a totally different conversation even though those games would have been brutal, because they were brutal. But
Yeah.
if they could have got out of there with a win, guess what? How you feel today would be so much different. That's
For sure.
why the most important thing in sports is winning, not looking good.
Correct. Hopefully the Heat win tonight as they take on the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Love and Jaime Jaquez out. We'll hear from them. We'll hear from
What's
Mike.
Jaime out? What did Jaime do?
He got the bubble guts. No, you know,
Still?
2 days of the Achies. He's
Dude, but I'm just saying, once it gets out of your system, plus I
Yeah.
thought he has a born-in like
I thought the
immune
same.
system to that.
That's what I
Because if
thought.
I go and listen, I
Yeah.
can eat jalapenos like pickles.
Yeah.
But
Delicious.
that's because that's what
Pickled
I grew up on.
jalapenos. I like pickled. Actually, I do like pickled jalapenos.
You know what? The
Banana
raw
pepper.
ones are hotter. Isn't
Mm.
that crazy?
That makes
The
sense.
raw jalapenos?
Just bite it.
No. I can eat the pickle ones like that. But
Yeah.
the raw ones, no, I can't mess
Yeah.
with them. I don't mess with them.
All right, when we come back, we will discuss the Miami Heat as they take on the Phoenix Suns today. Maybe we'll put a couple chili peppers down if we feel like it, Leroy. We got that and much more on the Tobin and Leroy Show.
Got what you
Welcome back.
I hope you're comfortable. Somebody,
Babe, girl.
better known as Aaliyah.
Talking about Timbaland the other day. His impact on the game, his collaborations with Aaliyah.
Well, he's basically the hip hop version of Calvin Harris.
Yeah.
So he's like a producer.
Yep.
And he does a lot of collaborations because he's done collaborations. Like I remember Nelly Furtada.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott, him and Missy Elliott. That's how he got her into it because she was a writer also.
Yeah.
And a producer.
Super dope.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about him the other day at the Improv, strangely enough. Leroy,
what's up?
Your Miami Heat are in action tonight against the Phoenix Suns.
And they play at 12 at night?
No, this one's not that bad. 9 p.m.
9's not too bad. Not too bad.
The Phoenix Suns are 6-1. Your Miami Heat are currently 3-3, coming off that buzzer beater loss to Sacramento.
Let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
I hate saying that was a buzzer beater loss, even though it was.
Yes.
Because it was a third quarter loss.
Correct. No.
You see what I'm saying? Like, even though they got the lead back, like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, there comes a time in every game.
Yep.
In any sport, whether you got to have something you can go to shut the faucet off.
Yep.
Right? You got to be able to do something. They used to just automatically go to zone. I don't know what that is yet, but it happens in tandem.
Yeah.
They give up a lot of buckets and then they start rushing it on offense and take a lot of bad shots. And before you know it, it's a 22 run. They got to have something that they can do to calm everything down, a go-to set of plays, a go-to defense to kind of put everything on lock. A group, I'm like, put that death line up in. Go stop them, shut them down. Something.
Who would that be if you had to put together a clamps, just completely clamps?
I go Bam,
yeah.
Jimmy,
yep.
Jaime when healthy.
Okay.
I would go. See, me personally,
yeah,
I would put Kalel in there to be a rim protector.
Yep. No, I think it's a great choice.
And you're gonna
give me
need
some size.
And Jaime can handle the ball. Jimmy can handle the ball. Bam can handle the ball. And then maybe you just put in a 3-point shooter.
That's where I think the piece that would be missing in that like death lineup you're talking about, Haywood Highsmith. I think that would be the one.
Yeah, another defender. And I would just put it in there for like, look, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Just stop, slow this down.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how that's going to work offensively.
It's going to rely heavily on who already we rely upon. You know, it's going to rely heavily on Bam and Jimmy. But, I mean, is that not the case for the starting line? I don't know, I guess, because we have Tyler Hero, who's also
Tyler, and then periodically
Terry.
You got Scary Terry. He'll get it going. Because I tell you what, our best bad shot bucket guy is Terry Rozier.
Yeah, absolutely. I need a crazy shot in an uncomfortable situation. It's going to go Terry first. Yeah.
Right. So I would just have something that I could go to when it gets out of hand to at least say this. We may not score, but they ain't going to score either.
Yeah.
Or go the opposite way and say we're going to outrun them. But to just leave the same guys in there that we've seen this over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. And I think with what we saw recently, you know, you said Jaime, if he's healthy, we've seen he's had a bit of an issue with that. So I would say potentially
He's active though.
Yeah. You saw Larson from this last game.
Now, you even go with because Jaime's hurt. You can go with Pella.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, but I don't know. See, Spo doesn't really see. I love the coaches. Pop used to just change all five. Like, you know what? Y'all not getting it. Get out. Right? Spo is one of those guys that'll call a timeout and stick with it.
Yeah.
And it's just preference. You know, like how many points before you have to make some adjustments? Because 37-17, I think I would have pulled that trigger long before that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here's the kicker. In the post game, none of the players realized they was getting their ass kicked that bad.
Yeah.
They all were like shocked.
Yeah, which is like you kind of question.
You got to be more aware.
Someone's got to say something at a certain point.
Right.
I'm sure you can feel when you're losing, but to understand how huge the deficit is, that can kind of snap in someone's brain. Like, damn, we're actually throwing this game away. Now that I think about it.
You know how we can tell?
Yeah.
The crowd. If you playing on the road and you ain't moving the ball offensively, the crowd gets louder and louder when you're on the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
You could always tell what team is doing well.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
you playing in Buffalo and you can't hear the Buffalo fans, the Dolphins must be doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? If they get loud, like need a play or something like that, then you know the game's close. And so we would always be able to tell because we could go into the huddle and the quarterback could have a feel for it and he goes silent count. Right? So he don't even mess with it. Because
as a running back, how do you I guess you see him snap the ball, but like are you staring like in between the legs?
I mostly look at the ball because think about this.
Yeah.
Not only are you behind the quarterback, he's talking this way.
Yeah, that's not, like you can't really.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why you notice a lot of times when they make checks, you see the running back walk up.
Yeah, like what the hell did you just?
No, we all see. Here's the thing about offense.
Yeah.
You all know the look that's gonna warrant a check.
Yep.
So when I see that look, I'm gonna just go up to make sure.
Yeah.
That okay, what is he changing it to? What protection? If I see, they blitzing from the left and our protection is supposed to go right, then I know you're gonna change it. So I got to go up to see which way I need to go. And so if everybody's on the same page, it runs pretty fluid because everybody knows. It's just the same thing with, when you get near the end zone, we only have 3 or 4 plays. Everybody knows what those plays are. It ain't like you going to the sideline and they drawing up plays.
Yeah.
The only thing that could change is outside he may signal a slant or a fade. But everybody else, you know what 3 or 4 plays you're going to run. That's what makes it so hard with this offense is because there's so much movement. If you're not familiar with all the movement, you got guys moving at the same time. The cadence gets off. It's a whole lot of things.
Who's on the line? Who's supposed to be off?
Right. Exactly. You notice that never works. That never happens when Tua and Tyreek and Waddle.
It's very rare for sure. It's very rare.
Right.
Yeah. Look, that kind of in-depth football breakdown is stuff you only get here. Because, my fellow NFL insider and I can really get down to the nitty-gritty of
it's just as complicated as sports is, and people think it is. To us, it's very focused on situations, right? So we may have 100 plays in our playbook, but on 3rd and 5 or 3rd or 6, we've practiced during the week the 4 or 5 plays we're going to run. If there's any changes, when we get back to the sideline, we might change a protection or try to run a different play that wasn't in that grouping. But it's never a big surprise when you're on the field as far as what plays you're going to run in certain situations. Like everybody in football know if it's 2nd and long, you're probably going to get a screen. Right? It's not. Yeah, sure. Now, it's how you get
I'm adding.
Now what makes Mike McDaniel an incredible football coach, offensive coach, is he knows everybody knows that, and who he gets the screen to or how you develop that screen is unique to him.
Yeah, he may motion Achan to the right sideline and then do a tight end screen to Jonnu Smith. The
Correct.
But
It's still a play to get you into third and reasonable.
Yeah.
That's it.
We got much more Dolphins coverage. We'll be hearing from Mike McDaniel, get some updates as we prepare for this weekend's game. We'll be talking some Canes as well. Senior night this weekend. We got more from the Heat. And, of course, the Silly Sauce and games. That and much more on the Tobin and Leroy Show.
The jump off.
Yes. You know, I get in trouble because of you, Leroy. I know how much you appreciate the music. So I always give a small little smidgen when you're home so you can hear what song we're coming back with.
Okay.
And then JFig every day, she writes channel 3, because I'm not supposed to do that, Leroy, but I know how much you love it. When you're in studio, much easier. I don't have to, switch gets nothing. I can just play it here. But you get me in trouble, Leroy, all the time. You're damn good music.
Because I know all the songs.
Indeed. Today we mentioned.
I was hey, Jennifer, this is a music song. A music. Have you heard the new Linkin Park?
Oh.
Linkin Park got a new song with it says Linkin Park, but there's a girl. Right.
I do see Over Each Other. There's a music video that released a week ago. It has already 8.2 million views. Obviously.
Well, it's just weird that it's a
girl.
duet.
I mean,
it's a duet. And she sounds more like the old singer than the dude.
I was gonna say, like maybe she's replacing.
No, there's a guy. There's a guy.
Okay.
Right, and it doesn't even have her name on the song.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a duet, but they don't mention her name, and when they list the song, it's a weird thing.
Well, I'm looking at the comments to see if people are, they'll be like, this sucks, or like, bring back the old Linkin Park. But no, it seems to be pretty positive. I'm not sure who this Emily girl is, but apparently,
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, God bless her. Linkin Park, good band, good music.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Unfortunate ending there for Chester. R.I.P. Chester. Good name.
It's called The Emptiness Machine.
Story of my life. Is that their album?
That song.
Oh, okay. Because I'm looking at one called Over Each Other that was released.
No, the Emptiness song.
They've had a couple songs released according to this. They've structured each of the. Someone was commenting how they've structured the first 3 songs that they've released. So I think they're kind of getting into the groove of releasing music, and that means JFig will be giving away some of her tickets soon enough, which reminds me, for those who want to potentially go to Country Bay, JFig is dipping into her secret stash and giving away 2-day general admission passes to the Country Bay Music Festival at Miami Marine Stadium this weekend.
Jelly Roll. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be there.
Yeah, who is? Yeah.
No, it's not him. Well, it says, I think they would have mentioned him. You might win and see the Zach Brown.
Sorry. Jelly Roll is Tortuga. Sorry.
Correct.
My bad.
Carrie Underwood, Dustin Lynch, and more. Keep listening to our show for details on how you could win. Country Bay Music Festival.com is where you can go. If you can't win and you want to purchase your own tickets, that's countrybaymusicfestival.com.
This is not a somebody says she is the new lead singer.
I can't trust anyone.
So here's the deal. I'm gonna say something.
All right.
And it's not fat shaming.
Oof. Which is about to be some fat shaming on the other side.
No, why can big people sing?
Why? Bigger diaphragm, right? I think that's a thing, right? You got the bigger tool. Why can big people block better?
Why do I tell you? Oh, look, JFig, the diaphragm, them lungs.
I told you. See, your boy knows some things, Leroy.
Right, I got you.
I told you, if it's within this radius right here, I may know some things. Anything further than that, I don't know.
I got you. So the Canes play Georgia Tech.
Yes, this weekend.
This has got to be a little get back, right?
Absolutely. I can imagine.
But let me ask you this question.
Yep.
Is it get back for the players or the coach?
Definitely has to. It has to be for the coach. Mario Cristobal tried to play it cool though. He tried
but think about this. The defense did allow them to go right down the field.
For sure. I mean, you need to listen to that because you're the one who constantly brings up the fact that they didn't kneel the ball.
Yeah, because the game would have been over.
Game would have been over for sure.
And I think if I have to say anything about the Canes, is do we watch these games and think that one game this defense is gonna bite them in the ass?
Yeah,
They give up a lot of points.
of course. When you start playing the big boy schools, but the great equalizer, and you know this, you've
It's
seen this.
Cam, right? No,
The quarterback. Like
here.
I need
Let
the
me
defense to
let
help.
me say this.
Yeah.
I played on a team like this.
Yeah.
And we didn't score 30 points 2 times in a year.
Yeah.
Guess how many losses we had?
1.
2.
Was that Dante or Randall?
No, that was Randall. We lost to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And we lost in the NFC Championship game. 2 losses all year. Both times we didn't score 30.
Who was the championship game?
Atlanta. That was Dirty Bird.
That's right.
So
yeah.
I guess maybe it's my own, experience.
Got PTSD, dude.
Yeah, it's my own experience, but
you're not lying though.
I know how this plays out. If your offense has an off day and only scores 30,
yeah,
which is still enough to win a game.
Yeah, but they give up 45.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, that's an issue. It definitely has been an issue all year. It's led to thrilling football, but it's definitely.
But it still gives you the.
And the competition, I'm not the guy who's like strength of schedule. You can only play who's on your schedule, but you got to imagine if you're going up against an Ohio State or like, I don't know, one of those bigger Oregon, obviously Alabama.
What about a team that shuts down your offense a little, not totally, but a little, right?
Yeah.
And then you get into a defensive battle for this team is 27-24.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at the SEC, a defensive battle is 14-10.
Yeah, exactly. Future advice: Penn State, Ohio State, bet the under. Jesus Christ, couldn't even put up 20 points. Mario Cristobal this week addressed the Georgia Tech loss and actually said he had really no.
Oh no, he has a clock coach now.
No intentions of discussing that. He has a clock.
Last season obviously didn't end well against Georgia Tech. Is there anything that you're gonna apply differently for this season? I know you guys have a completely different team compared to when you played them last, but what is the biggest adjustments you're gonna make for this weekend?
In terms of what exactly?
Of just learning from last season's game.
In terms of what exactly?
Oh, the knee. I just think of the play calling towards the end. I know we did talk about the game time management coach, but just I guess the approach for this weekend's game.
The approach for the game, we approach every game the way we approach every single game. Win or no mentality, prepare really hard, and play our best football.
Leroy, can I just tell this man to get the hell out of here? He knows what she was talking about.
He knows what he's talking about. She tried to put him on. He just want her to
say it. Say it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
How you bleeped up the game, Coach Cristobal. How you didn't kneel the freaking ball, Coach Cristobal.
So here's the thing. I appreciate the fact that she tried to ease into it. Some people would have said, hey, if you get in that same situation, you're going to take a knee. Some people would be very aggressive with their questioning. She wasn't. But then he tried to flip it on her and basically say, why are you being soft about it? So the next time this situation presents itself and somebody asks a more aggressive question, you can't get mad. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I get it. And maybe he was just trying to be funny. But to the person asking the question, she was trying to tiptoe around the actual issue. But if she would have just been aggressive about it, he would have gotten upset. So, you got to be careful with those.
That's crazy. Imagine, like you said, if she's like, remember when you screwed the game up last year? Do you remember that? Is that on your mind? Then it'd be an issue.
Right.
Man, we got much more coverage as we come up. Our Tua approaches us. Of course, it is Wednesday, so we will determine whether or not we're rats off a ship on a few things. We got some trivia and some family feud. Leroy, I got some stuff for you today. Today is not only normal Wednesday in South Florida, it's National Nachos Day. Yeah, so I'm gonna
I
ask
don't
your
even like
opinion.
nachos.
What is the best nacho toppings? We'll discuss that and much more on the Tobin Leroy Show.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Tua the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy. I haven't done that way in a while, right? Now he just says, Our Tua on the program.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's what happens when your team only has 2 wins. Our Tua gets a
That's
little bit.
it. That's it.
This is the Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin out today. He'll be out Friday as well. He will return tomorrow. Have no fear. Leroy and Frog Boy holding things down.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and do what we do best at this time, Leroy, and that is get into some headlines, shall we? These headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Doral Hyundai, choose from 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Every time I said that, I thought I was going to say it wrong because of that damn Y. Hyundai. Anyway, moving on to some headlines.
You should hear Bima say it.
Oh, I would love to hear me.
Oh my goodness. So many times during the course of a day, I go, excuse me?
Yeah.
And then he tries to enunciate it. Hyundai.
If Big Spoon or Mima are in, can you get them to try to pronounce that that last name of that Florida basketball player? Because
no, she did.
Yeah.
Remember, I called her.
Yeah,
and I said I'm not saying it. No.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's Oliver in French is Olivier.
Yeah, close.
Which I already knew that. That's why I said it's like Olivier Bernard.
Yeah, which randomly one time saw him in Colombia. Very strange. Like just walking through the streets, and I'm like, Olivier Vernon? Does anyone know? Okay, all right.
Is he from there? Or is
Nope.
he from down here?
No, he was with a little thing. I'm sure he was on vacation. So probably just enjoying himself. But I just thought it was very strange that I see this.
Oh, you mean Colombia?
Yeah.
Oh,
like Cartagena. Yeah, it was a
right.
We were on the beach. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the headlines. Like I mentioned, the Dolphins, no really moving and shaking at the deadline.
That's fine. No big deal. No big deal. Everybody like no big deal. You there's not anything substantial you can get for any of your players because you just paid them. So nobody's going to give up a substantial amount of money and then in a substantial amount of assets and then pay all that money. You get off the hook twice.
Yeah, although they did lose a quarterback, apparently.
What?
CJ Beathard poached.
He got picked up.
Yeah, the Jaguars picked him up.
I would say, hear me out on this.
All right.
In the offseason, you know who I would call?
Who?
The old San Fran quarterback,
Garoppolo. Yeah, that's not a bad backup.
Because
why isn't he doing anything right now? Where is he at? Oh, he's a Ram. That's why he's not doing anything.
Because here's the deal.
Yeah.
While we sitting here looking at the woes when Tua gets hurt.
Yeah.
San Francisco went through the same thing.
Yep, for sure.
Like they had a quarterback who run the system, and then anytime he got hurt, then they tried to do the Trey Lance thing.
Yeah,
it didn't work out, and then they got Mr. Irrelevant, which is
that worked out
lucky right? No. It's
I was
lucky.
like, totally.
It's
For sure.
lucky, and but it worked out.
Yeah.
But look at how many times, they kind of had a very similar situation in that Garoppolo kept getting hurt.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Which, I mean, wouldn't be the worst option at backup. We see a lot of backup quarterbacks who are currently thriving. You see Sam Darnold having a hell of a season over there.
Yeah, but I think for some guys, like I use Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was not bad in Cleveland.
Yeah.
It ended because he got hurt. He played through his injury, and they had to decide whether we're going to give him 30, 40, 50 million after coming off an injury.
Yeah.
So that's why he wasn't there. And then he bounced around a little bit and just never found, a good system. Now he's in a system that he can flourish in.
For sure.
When you look at Sam Bradford, see, a lot of people don't give Sam Darnold. A lot of people don't understand these circumstances. When you're a top 5 draft pick, you go into a bottom 5 team. It very rarely does it happen like Chicago, where Chicago had back-to-back picks over the years because they traded because Carolina wanted Bryce Young.
Yeah.
And then that didn't work out, so they ended up with a high pick again.
Chicago, though, they're on the brink of ruining yet another one. I saw a stat where they had Mitchell Trubisky, top pick. Then they fired the coach, leave him at 2 offensive systems to learn in 2 years.
Right.
Obviously, that's not going to work. Justin Fields, same thing. They brought him in, fired the coach, brought another one in, 2 systems, 2 years. Same thing right now. Caleb Williams, coach is on the hot seat. That may be another quarterback the Bears ruin.
So, but here's the thing. Justin Fields had some success in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he did.
But it wasn't good enough. He acknowledged that. But it's easier to work and get better in an environment like Pittsburgh.
Correct. Yeah.
So when these young quarterbacks go to these bad teams, for example, okay, I'll use Joe Burrow for an example. Joe Burrow, they went to the Super Bowl his second year.
Yep.
They thought Joe Burrow was going to be the man forever. Look at that team. Like, holy smokes.
Yeah.
So no matter how good your quarterback is, if he doesn't have the infrastructure for him to do his best work, it's not going to show on the football field. And Joe Burrow has a lot of success. He throws the ball all over the place. He's an excellent passer of the football. He can escape. He can make plays. All those things. Excellent quarterback. But it's not resulting in wins. And what about a quarterback that needs to develop a little bit? You thrust him in, and you don't have any support system. You keep changing coaches, changing, the people in the organization, and we then put it all on the quarterback. So there's been quarterbacks that have bounced around, and then all of a sudden they go, oh, he found it. He always had it. He just found the right situation.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't know how many of those guys, because here, I'll make this point right here. If I switch CJ Stroud and Bryce Young, is Bryce Young having the same success as CJ Stroud?
No, he's not.
You don't think so?
I mean, I think he's having more success than he had in Carolina, but I think CJ Stroud's a better quarterback than Bryce Young.
Okay, but it's based on him being in a better infrastructure.
Yeah.
And a better team. And a better organization. So you understand what I'm saying? Like, what role does that play in the success or failures of a quarterback? Because guess what?
Yeah.
The Tua that was with Brian Flores, who he couldn't stand, is the same Tua, the same skill set. He didn't all of a sudden develop this skill set.
Yeah.
It's just that now he's in a system where that skill set can flourish. And it's the only position that, if not put in the right situation, you can ruin one of your investments more than you can help it.
I know the Dolphins didn't necessarily make any moves,
Right.
but a few moves that were made outside of them will affect them. We mentioned the big move of the Cleveland Browns defensive end Zadarius Smith being traded yesterday to the Detroit Lions. The Dolphins faced the Browns in week 17. So, you always are going to have to deal with Myles Garrett, but at least you don't have to deal with Garrett and Smith. So that helps.
Yeah, hey, and if I could, I explained it yesterday. Zadarius Smith would be the equivalent to Chubb opposite Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
So Chubb will have maybe 5 to 10 sacks, but it's because they're doubling Jalen Phillips.
Yeah.
And you need that guy on the other side that's going to make plays, even if he's not your primary guy. And that's what Zadarius time. As what our guys say, he has a big motor all over the field, right? So they're getting a good player. They're getting how about this? They're getting a very similar player to Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah,
very similar. Maybe not as good.
No, for sure. But still,
as far as the energy, the speed, coming off the edge, and here's the thing: most people saying they're the best team in the NFL, and they made a move to kind of, solidify that.
That's what I was going to say. Usually, the teams that are primed for a run, they make a move in the middle of the season that changes the trajectory.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a big move.
No, never.
They just probably sat in the office and said, "Hey, we're good, but we probably need to fortify that pass rush."
You've seen it across various sports. You saw the Pistons pick up Rasheed Wallace in the middle of the season. You saw the Panthers. They signed, I forgot what the guy's name was. It's one of those very weird Russian names, but the Panthers made a signing on the way. Was it Tarasenko? I can't. Or is that a UFC fighter? I can't even keep track of their last names, but you see it across the board. Usually teams that are primed for a run, they make a pickup and
they make just a pick that is, they understand what the value of that would be when a lot of people can't. When Zadarius, everybody saw the benefits of that, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
Because usually you assign a guy and say, "Oh, we can get some depth at this position," or whatever. Everybody in the league was like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah, easy, no brainer. Of course,
right, no brainer.
Now I got a question for you to see if teams are this petty or this if they look this hard at another.
Yes.
Okay. Does DeAndre Hopkins being picked up by the Chiefs weigh into Detroit's urgency in getting another pass rusher?
I don't necessarily think so. I think at this portion of the season, you just trying to get through your conference.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can't be worried about the Super Bowl. You got a long way to go. And I don't know if Detroit ever been there. So now you worry about Super Bowl? Pump your brakes.
Gotcha.
Right? You do what you got to do to get through the NFC.
Yeah.
And then worry about it. It's like in college football, one of the things about the playoff that is so amazing to me is when I was in college, our coach used to always say, "You play the style of football that gets you through your conference, and then deal with the national championship ramifications after that. But if you bring a style of football that works in the SEC, but it don't work in the Big Ten, you ain't gonna never get through the Big Ten, and nobody's gonna care." So what Detroit has to do is they have to look at their schedule. They have to look at their division is really tough.
Yeah, it is.
And so that's what they have to concentrate on right now.
Yeah.
When they get to the playoffs, they got to concentrate on the 2 games or 3 games that they're going to have to play. And then once you get to the Super Bowl, you start worrying about who you're going to play. But you can't start worrying about the Super Bowl without going through all these other teams. Because keep in mind, they also have in the back of their mind, last year they didn't get there.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah,
so
and you know what? I think you're right. They're in a very tough division. They're probably just doing what they need to do to become the best team that they
right.
can.
Look who
within
they
their
have to look who they're dealing with.
Yeah.
You
No,
dealing
it's
with
rough.
you dealing with
Green Bay,
Green Bay, and their quarterback
Minnesota.
is mobile. Minnesota, not so mobile, but they quick strike. Then you got
Caleb Williams, right?
Caleb Williams, and so you thinking of the quarterbacks you got to play against, and the weapons they have on offense.
Yeah.
Is
That's
either one or two ways you can go: DB or rush.
No scrubs in that. You know, you're not
No,
saying for
none.
example, like
None.
no offense to Drake May. He's actually doing well, but you know, you're not like, oh, okay, we got this one. We got Bryce Young this week, guys. Like we got
Right.
Bryce Young 2 times this year.
Right. Exactly. So, yeah, that's I think they did it from the standpoint of their team, not worrying about who they're gonna play, and they're trying to put the best team they can on the field.
Yeah.
Because they ain't even never been. I don't think they ever been to a Super Bowl.
I don't think so. I think
Right. So like, yeah. Hey, who? Nobody gives a rat's ass about Kansas City at this point.
Zero.
I know they haven't. Cleveland hasn't.
Texans,
The
Jaguars.
Texans because they're young. Jaguars because they're young. No, the Jaguars went to the Super. Oh, they went to the championship game.
Yeah.
Carolina and Jacksonville came into the league the same year. Carolina been to 2 Super Bowls, I want to say.
Yeah. First one against New England, second one against Denver, I think.
Right. So yeah. So what is that? 4 teams that haven't been?
Yes, 4 teams that have not been.
Right. So yeah. You got Detroit, Cleveland,
Damn, that's gotta suck. I
Jacksonville and Texans.
Cleveland reached the AFC Championship in 86, 87, and 89 and lost all 3 to John Elway.
Yep.
That's got to be rough.
Wait, you want to hear the crazy one?
Yeah.
They were going in to score. And Ernest Biner fumbled in the end zone.
And it went for a touchback.
And then at the end of the game, John Elway went 99 yards.
Oh, God. Is that the helicopter? That's not the helicopter, is it?
No, the helicopter was in the Super Bowl down here.
That's right.
Against Green Bay, I want to say. Was it Green Bay?
Yeah, I think it was. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yep. And that's why remember when Cleveland the Cavs won the championship, they invited Ernest Biner.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't show my face anymore if I was it.
But he ended up they traded him right after that.
Duh.
To Washington.
Yeah.
He went and won a Super Bowl.
There you go.
And then he came back to Cleveland.
Oh, that's nice of him. To right his wrongs or something like that.
No, they wanted him back.
Wow. That's
he was on a team that went to Baltimore.
Well. Much more to cover on the Tobin and Leroy show. Leroy, I teased this in the last hour. I know you hate nachos, but I'm going to present some various options to you. It's National Nachos Day. When we come back, we're going to go over whether or not we can make the perfect nachos for someone like Leroy who doesn't like nachos. That's how we choose to celebrate. That's what we're doing here on the Tobin and Leroy show. welcome on in hour 2 of the program.
Patrice Rushen.
Correct. Name of the song.
Forget Me Nots. Or Men in Black.
Hey.
She also sang the background in that too.
Did she? So they made sure back to the original.
Yeah. Which I like when they do that. Like when who's Luke Combs? Is it Luke Holmes or Luke Holmes sang with Tracy Chapman?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta go. I forgot.
Oh, you have the do what you need to do. Damn, are you late? No, don't be late now. Come on, you can't be late to the money though.
All right, I'm up.
Take care. Leroy is heading out to do his Cleveland hit. He is currently about to do a segment or so on Cleveland radio. Tobin is out. JFig is in the back, probably frantically wondering what the hell she's going to do to help me or not. She's probably like, well, your show now, buddy. But nonetheless, like I had mentioned prior to us going to break, he doesn't like nachos anyway. So who cares? All right. Today, not to take a page out of Hockman and Crowder's book, National Nachos Day. I was going to go ahead and tell Leroy, since he's not necessarily a fan of nachos, see if I can attempt to convince him about various recipes that I pulled together to come up with the best nacho recipe that would potentially lure him to the dark side. He has a lot of weird food takes, of course, but for some reason, nachos happens to be close to number 1 on his hit list. So if you're currently listening in the South Florida area, 305-567-0560, give us a call because I want to know the best spot to get nachos to properly celebrate National Nacho Day. Before I get some of your suggestions, I want to tell you some of the recipes that I was able to find without getting too detailed instructions how you should do it, but just something interesting that I found that may spice up your next what the hell am I going to do kind of night, or potentially your next football game. Thanksgiving is coming up, a lot of Friendsgivings, so people are always going to be like, what the hell should I bring? We get it, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, blah, 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 blah. But everyone always is like, no, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you're wondering, what the hell do I bring? Nachos, of course, is pretty simple in regards to you take some chips, you put some cheese, right? But loading them is where things have gotten different. Again, if you are in the Miami area, you know this place has the best nachos. You may be right. You can give us a call at 305-567-0560. I'll give you an opportunity to plead your case. But in the meantime, these are some of the best recipes I found on the internet for celebrating National Nacho Day. You may do some of these today. We're going to start things off with cheeseburger nachos. Cheeseburger nachos. Definitely something that intrigues me to start. But I'm going to tell you what really got me. You're replacing the nachos in this one. So is it really like, am I allowed to call this nachos if I'm replacing the actual chip? Not sure. But in honor of National Nacho Day, we're going to power through with this delicious recipe as you replace the chip with waffle fries. You following me? You following me here? Remove the chip, replace it with waffle fry. That is now the base of your cheeseburger nachos. From there, as you can imagine, chopped cheese style, you take some meat, you chop it up, you put it on top of the waffle fries, and any way you would like a cheeseburger. That's including bacon, ketchup, mustard, tomato, mayo, whatever toppings you would normally put, lettuce, a little bit of shredded lettuce, cheese, of course. You need all that. That would go on the waffle fry, making this one something I've never seen before. And Dade South, real snarky remark here, talking about just eat a cheeseburger. No, dude, if I'm at like a game of some sort, let's say I'm trying to pick, everyone already has the Publix chicken wings. We get it, dude. The popcorn chicken, sure. Dip, chip, all that. No. All right. I want something different. I want to be able to go up to a platter, say, what the hell is going on here? Take my waffle fried nacho surprise and keep it moving. That was one of the flavors that I thought would be interesting enough to pique Leroy's interest. Another one that I think we should try, nachos with braised barbecue short rib. No better way to celebrate National Nacho Day than to get some chips and put some damn rib on it. That one had some jalapenos and tomato, cilantro to add a little bit of flavor. But you can never go wrong with your standard fully loaded nacho. Mexican style, some nice ground beef, sour cream, all the fixins, if you will. It is National Nacho Day. Fig, before we go to break, do you like nachos? Are you crazy like Leroy?
No, I love nachos.
Okay, so of the three, not sure if you got to hear the first one that I mentioned.
The whole cheeseburger one, first of all,
what?
The fries would get so soggy.
That's a fair assessment. That's a fair
gross.
Okay, hold on though. Okay, that's a fair assessment. No, okay.
It's not that it's gross. It's just like,
yeah, you can't put like globs of condiments on it because you're right. It will get
and
soft.
as it sits down, it will. Yeah.
And even if the chip kind of gets soft, it tastes better than a fry. You know, if it gets like soft because it has cheese or sour cream on it, I'm more willing to accept a chip than I would be a waffle fry. So
100%. No.
Good point. It's a good point.
Not a big fan of them. Also, when they throw all the lettuce on top, they throw more lettuce than anything else. I don't like that either.
It's just like all in the like, excuse me, sir, I'd like to get to my nachos.
Use the lettuce like you would throw salt or something. Just like
exactly.
Sprinkle it there. Don't put too much.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to eat grass here. No.
Okay, now I mentioned braised the barbecue short rib nachos. Is that too much for you? Are we getting too crazy when we're adding barbecue?
Can you go ahead and describe what's on it?
Yeah, absolutely. We have smoked barbecue short rib on top of a bed of nacho chips with some cheese on it. But on top of it, they get a little spicy. They put some jalapeno, some guacamole, and it looks like some sun-dried tomatoes here just to add a little bit of sweetness. Are we doing too much and getting too fancy?
I feel like that's a little too much.
Nice.
Are they like
fair?
The ribs, how chunky are those pieces?
It's kind of like shredded, and obviously, you know, it's no bone, so it kind of looks like shredded beef on top of.
Okay.
But you know, it has that barbecue twang on it and a little bit of avocado here. Let me see if I can get a picture of it because
I feel like moderation will be just fine with that.
I think I would dive into that, regretting it at like 1 in the morning
100%,
when I'm waking up with heartburn of some sort. Which apparently I can't like do anything. I almost died yesterday because I had pizza and like cheese apparently. Or like
as you get older, you realize that you should be sponsored by GasX or something.
Yo, I literally right now I got GasX, Tums, Rolaids, and another one on me. I have it on me. Like
yeah.
That's like
why do you think I carry a big bag? That's exactly what's in there.
It totally makes sense. It really totally makes sense. Like these are the short rib nachos.
Okay, it looks pretty good. And look, there's cilantro on it.
I love me some. They always try to come at me because of
they love coming at me with that. Like
that's crazy.
I just don't know what taste is.
They're not adults. That's the problem.
They're not adults.
Oh, cilantro. And then the normal style, you know, the normal loaded nachos are always going to be good. The fully loaded. Whenever you go anywhere, it's standard ground beef. It's kind of like
those are always a good idea. And like the fully loaded tater tots.
Oh, you know, I'm not gonna lie. If you put anything in a pile and add cheese on it, I'm probably gonna eat it. I'm not gonna lie.
Most likely, yeah.
Yes. Stun C says that's what happens when you have kids, Marcos. And no, dude, it's just getting a little bit older now. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a packet of, I don't know, I left it there. Now that I think about it, I'm probably a disgusting person. I have a packet of GasX in my shower right now because I had a random.
Wait, why is it in the shower?
Because like I had a random attack, like in the middle of me taking a shower. I was like, yo, my stomach is starting to hurt. Like, and not like I can, you know, remove this from my body. Like I'm expanding. Like what's that Willy Wonka movie when she eats the blueberry? I felt like my stomach was doing that.
Violet.
We have a caller. Let's see if they're going to give us some nachos. Hey, caller, you're on the air. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike from Fort Lauderdale. Where can I get the best nachos, dude?
Well, at the locations, Fort Lauderdale, the Target, they put them individually, not in a pile.
Individually.
Right now,
okay, hold on.
Wait,
Mike,
you're breaking up, Mike, and this is a game changer. We need all the information here.
Mike, I need you to say that again. Where in Fort Lauderdale?
Pile of crap.
Wait, what?
said he doesn't want a big pile of crap, and I agree with him.
I agree with that.
But what is the name of this place, Mike?
La Bamba.
La
There's like
Bamba.
3 locations.
Mike, you're spreading the gospel right now, Mike. I appreciate that. La Bamba, 3 different locations. Apparently, they individually make the nachos.
I'm shook. What's going on?
Like, is it like a slice of pizza with stuff on it? Like, is this a huge nacho that we're talking about? This is great. This is.
Oh wait, this is a Mexican restaurant? Is it?
It has to be. So I mean, if they're innovative with the nacho like that. Jeez, this is next level. This is groundbreaking information, guys.
La Bomba. Okay, yeah. So there is 3 locations. It is Mexican and Spanish.
Ah,
nice.
I need to see these nachos now, ladies and gentlemen.
Try to find them too.
The game has changed for sure. Well, we're gonna take a quick break here while we continue to make ourselves drool over nachos. It is National Nacho Day. Tobin is out. Leroy is doing his Cleveland hit. JFig, come on, round of applause. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Now, when we come back, we are gonna switch from potential toppings on nachos to a different kind of chili pepper. JFig and I will go through tonight's Eat games and give you guys the best parlays that are available on the Hard Rock app. You got that and much more on the Tobin and you know what? On the Marcos and you know what? The Fig and Marcos show.
WQAM.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show, aka now the Fig and Marcos show. We finally did it. We
Finally got rid of them.
Now, I mentioned before we went to break, JFig will be helping us put together the perfect parlay. But she is no stranger to this. Figgy, you had a segment, right? Where you would give various picks.
Like, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I was not the best back then.
No, but
I've grown a little bit, but that doesn't mean I am still worthy of.
No one really knows anything except for Vegas. Vegas knows, but anyone who's not Vegas, they really don't know anything.
I feel like I'm here just to guide you into not being greedy. That's probably the best bet here.
That is probably the best bet here, indeed.
Keep your toes on the ground.
I do gotta admit, all of them, all webbed.
All webbed.
I do gotta keep in mind that we have Kevin Love out and Jaime Jaquez Jr. out, as we mentioned, for tonight's matchup against Phoenix. As of right now, the line is at 5.5, meaning if the Miami Heat lose, they still have a leeway of about 5.5 points that they could lose by, and you can still cover. Now, I'm a prop guy because that's where the value is at, JFig.
You've only had one good week with that.
I've had it. I think my record is currently 2-86. But I tell you what, I am feeling good.
You're on a hot streak. Just go ahead and take advantage of that.
Little bit of a hot streak. So I'm gonna give you the stat. I'm gonna give you the player, and you tell me if I should go over or under on that one. All right, Figgy?
No, don't remember. This is not where I thrive. You tell me your thoughts, and then I will go ahead and say if I agree.
So you're gonna be my conscience then.
I'm going to be your spirit. How about that?
You know what? You are good at being someone's spirit. So that makes sense. You're gonna tap into what you normally would do, and we're gonna go ahead and get some chili peppers.
Be careful though. It's spicy.
Oh,
spicy.
You forgot we had music, huh?
I did. That was pretty loud too.
I did too. It was spicy.
It was spicy.
All right. We're going to open up the Hard Rock app right now. Player props. We have Tyler Hero over or under 19.5 points. If I'm talking myself through this, that man has been shooting as of recently.
He has.
He's been taking a lot of shots. Now, does that mean it'll continue on the west side? Is that something that is going to be on the forefront of Phoenix's defense? Are they going to be like, hey, Tyler Hero's been doing well. If we slow him down, we can slow the rest of the offense down.
How many points was it again? 16?
19.5.
19.5.
Now, the best part about this, Fig, if you're ever feeling uneasy about a number, we do have the option of alternative lines. So if he's listed at 19, but we're like, I don't know if he's going to get 19. We also have an option of, will he record 15 or more points? You know, so we can always kind of bring it down.
Yeah, I like that number better. Yes.
You like that number better. Okay.
Yes.
Now it takes down our value, but at the very least, we're going to go ahead and put it in Tyler Hero to record 15 or more points in the first leg of our parlay is down, everyone. Thank you. Hold your applause. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's keep it going. Jimmy Butler, Jimothy himself. His over-under is listed at 18.5. Do we mess with that number, or do we do the same thing we did with Tyler and say he'll get 15?
So, November 4th.
Oh,
he had 27 points.
27 points. Now,
November 2nd, he had 18 points.
Okay, you see, we're getting crazy now. Getting crazy.
We're getting a little crazy here.
What's that? Quick math. 27 plus 18 is 45.
And the game before that, he had 15.
15. So he's 15. Okay. So now, if you look at the trend, he is getting more and more points.
Thankfully, yes.
So potentially he can be leading towards getting at least. I can see him getting 20 points tonight. But that's the problem. Can I see him getting it, or what is most likely to happen?
Can you lower that number down?
Let's lower it down to 15.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler will score at least 15 points. We got 2 legs of our parlay down, baby. All right, we're looking for real value here. So it could be 8 legs. It could be 22 legs.
I mean, that's never stopped you in the past.
Never, baby. Never.
I've seen your stuff.
Woo, I have a problem. Now, Bam Adebayo, lover boy over here, lover boy.
Are you going to be hard on him right now?
Well, he hasn't been kind to my pocket as of recent, but will he? Now, his line is actually set at 15.5 points. Last game, not so good. Game before that in Mexico City, excellent. Which Bam Adebayo are we going to get tonight? I can give him an alternative. Remember, we've been doing that all show. So we can say he'll score at least 10 points. But obviously the value is less than that. His line is set at 15.5. Do we say he's going to score 16 points, or do we keep it safe and say he's only going to score 10?
How do you feel about that? After this whole lover boy nonsense.
This is the problem. I would say, you know what? Tonight, Bam is going to come out firing, and he's going to have more than 15.5 points. And then for some reason, he's not, and I'm going to curse his name tomorrow. And I'm going to be even more upset.
And then you're going to drag me into it. I'm going to be catching strays.
That's fair. That is fair. Sometimes I black out. All right. With that being said, let's see how this affects the line. All right.
Okay, go for it.
If I say that his value is at the over-under, that will raise my potential profit by $187. If I play it safe and say he's only going to score 10 points, that raises my potential profit by only $29. I think the answer is simple, my friend. I think this is an easy answer right here. We're tapping the over on Bam Adebayo, baby.
Good for you. You're putting all your eggs away.
You absolutely know it. Now let's.
Are you sweating a little bit now?
I am a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am a little nervous.
Jalapenos are getting to you.
The legs, as they continue to grow, it gets a little shaky. I'm not gonna lie to you. It gets a little shaky. Now I'm hoping for 9 different things to happen in one game. Whatever. It's totally fine. Totally fine. Easy,
you're good.
Now let's go to assist, and let's talk about a Heat player we haven't discussed as of yet. Terry Rozier. His line is currently listed at 3.5 assists. Point guard for the team, but not necessarily the biggest passer. I'm not sure necessarily how much he averages. I could look that up now, but I don't know if I'm comfortable with that number for Terry Rozier.
What was the number? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
3.5.
3.5 assists.
Correct. And he averages, I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, I feel like you can be comfortable with that number.
He averages 4.3. So we just need him to get 4. Last 2 games, he got 4. The game before that, he got 7. Let's go ahead and punch that one in. We're going to go over on that one. Now, we discussed how many points this gentleman would score, but we didn't discuss all the other things he does, and I'm sure we'll mention him one more time. What about assist on Bam Adebayo? Currently, Bam is listed at 2.5 assists. I know he's going to be down there banging and getting his rebounds in. I want to know if that's also going to lead to some assists. As of right now, on the season, he's averaging 3 assists a game, including 5 that he had against the Kings.
The Kings, yeah.
But I'm wondering something here. I'm seeing a correlation. The worse he does scoring, usually like the better he does with assists. He had 32 points against the Wizards and 14 rebounds, but only 2 assists. So if I want Bam Adebayo to be aggressive, I want him to get rebounds, I want him to get points, and I'm sure he wants to do that as well because he wants to prove me wrong on the radio specifically.
Are you sure you want to do this right now?
I don't know. I don't know anything, JFig. I don't know anything.
Well, what I can tell you is that you better hurry up because look at the time.
Right. Oh my God.
Clock.
All right. With that being said, we're going to have to rapid fire these chili peppers, dog. I'm going to say I'm going to avoid that. How about that? I won't even touch that.
I think you should. There you go. Good point.
We're going to go to rebounds. I think he's going to get at least 8 rebounds. So we're going to get the alternative line on that one. Let's go to the game lines. I think the Heater's going to win. That brings my potential profit. If I put $10 down on this 6-leg parlay, that is $120 of profit, ladies and gentlemen. $10 turning into $120. Let's add a profit boost of 30%, which will bring my potential profit to $153 on the JFig parlay. Before we get out of here, let's go ahead and remind you what the JFig parlay official is. So if you have any issues, take it up with her.
No.
Tyler Hero.
Not to do that.
Sorry, totally threw you under the bus. Tyler Hero to record 15 points. Jimmy Butler to record 15 points. Bam Adebayo to record 16 points. Terry Rozier to record 4 assists. Bam Adebayo to record 8 rebounds and the Heat to win. That seems pretty doable to me, if you ask me. And if you are okay with that, you have a potential of winning a minimum of $120 off of a simple $10 bet. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you chili pepper. When we come back, we got the Canes coverage, Panthers back in action tomorrow, and a bunch of silly sauce because they left the wrong guy in charge, baby. Coming back with the Tobin and Leroy Show.
I remember. Ooh.
Welcome back.
Hey, wasn't he with Goody Mob?
He was. He was.
Yep.
Indeed.
Sausage fingers.
Indeed. Fingers still big.
Making fun of CeeLo.
Come on now.
Big fingers.
CeeLo. Hey, CeeLo is built like a beach ball.
Okay. Right.
If you guys are still doing that bingo card, you got one.
The only one that's been consistent.
That was
quick. Leroy, while you were gone, we gave away a fig parlay. I want your opinion on this.
First of all, I was just the backseat. I was his conscience. Okay.
No, this is good though.
Wait. First of all, I'm gonna tell you if it's a fig parlay. How many in the parlay?
Only 6 legs.
Thankfully, not as much as he normally does.
Yeah. I would have kept going, but we ran out of time.
I told him that.
Hey, let me see. Go.
Terry Rozier over 3.5 assists.
Okay.
All right. We're starting normal, right?
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo over 7.5 rebounds.
If Bam was playing in the paint and doing dribble handoffs like he used to, yes.
Yeah.
But he plays outside a lot now. But he averages 10 a game.
Correct. So we went less than what they expected. They had this line at 10.5. We went down to 8. So
all right.
Potential. Okay.
All right.
Because I have
who they play? They're playing the
Phoenix Suns.
And who's their big?
Nurkic, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh.
Yeah, no.
Nurkic, I'm not feeling nope.
Okay, so that's the one you're against.
Why? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why you do all your parlays from one game?
I mean, it gives me a reason to watch just this one game. You know, I don't want to have to be switching. I'm watching the Minnesota game because I need John Morant to get over 17 points, but I also need the Magic to win against it's too much.
Okay. Go ahead. So now we're at 2 legs. 2
legs.
Go.
Third leg, the Heat to win.
Okay. What's they're underdogs, right?
Yes. So that actually gave me some value towards the end. 5.5 point underdogs.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now the final 3 legs.
I already tell the way you looked up.
Oh no.
Hey, the only thing that's missing is Tobin say, "Hear me out."
Hear me out, dude. Hear me out.
That's where that grin comes in.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero
to
score over 14.5.
Oh, he's been on the run.
Right.
Now I'm good with you roll with Tyler and maybe Terry or anybody else. Jimmy, he'll score 30 and then score 5.
Okay, well, the next leg, Jimmy Butler to score over 14.5.
Over 14?
Yeah.
I give him 14. He can get 14 in sleep.
Right. We can get 15 though, because it's 14.5. You got the hook, unfortunately.
Because he's gonna go to the line. He's gonna go to the line 8 to 10 times.
That's what I'm saying, you know.
But here's the other thing: ain't nobody making no damn free throws.
That's a problem. That is a problem we have been having. The final leg of the parlay. Thus far, nothing too egregious, right? Except for you didn't like the rebound Bam one.
Nothing too egregious.
Bam, this was what his line was set at. 15.5 points. So I need 16 points out of Bam Adebayo.
So you basically saying Bam gonna get 16 doubled up.
16 and 8. Yeah. I say Bam, you should be able to give me 16 and 8.
No.
Oh, come on.
I mean, here's why.
If he can't get me 16 and 8.
Here's why. Bam is gonna bang bodies with Nurkic and then be times where he covering KD.
Give me 16.
He gonna be working like crazy.
If he does it, no pressure.
I'm just telling you.
What you're saying makes sense. No pressure to Bam though. But if he doesn't get me 16 and 8 tonight, I'm gonna be.
What if he gets like 11 and 10? I'm just saying 16 is a lot when on the defensive side of the ball you guarding KD and then banging bodies with Nurkic.
But he's supposed to be one of the top players.
No, again, one of the top players, yes. But you know why he's a top player? because he can guard anybody. And
So
he
he
don't
doesn't
have
have to
wait,
defend it.
hold on. He can guard anybody, and he doesn't have to do all the scoring.
He is either a top defender in the league or a top player in the league. And that's what we need to find out about Bam Adebayo.
No, that's what we need to find out for your parlay to work.
I tried, Leroy. I really tried.
Oh,
you understand the logic behind that?
Yes, but it's not enough. I don't care. Giannis guards the best player and puts up points. Sure, he's not Giannis, but he's also not putting up 30 points.
Giannis is 7 feet and can do a layup from the top of the key.
Yes, so I don't expect Bam to have 30 points, but he can give me 20. Jeez.
But
20,
here,
so
but
bonus
here, let me explain the difference. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get you're saying you want him to be the upper echelon, but here's the deal. It's a team.
Yeah.
And what is asked of you has more value to the team than what you can do. Bam is the defensive guy that guards all 5 guys, gets rebounds, does a lot of stuff, and can score. But it's not a priority that he scores because now you got Terry, you got Tyler, you got Jimmy, right? Yeah. And then you got 3-point shooters also. So to say that there's a difference. I believe that this team will be successful if Jimmy scores 25.
For sure. We should win every game.
But
we don't.
But I don't think it's important that Bam scored 25 because you got other scores.
I don't mean 25. 16. You know, nothing crazy.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why you like Tobin and Logic kicks your ass every now and then?
See, because logically, I need to pay these bills. So if these guys can potentially hit my parlay, that would be nice. I'm not asking for much.
But are you trying to win?
Win the game?
Or win the parlay? You trying to win the parlay. Right. I'm helping you with that. So I'm helping you with that. Like, I'm not saying Bam can't score 16.
Yeah.
I'm saying when you got a big body in Nurkic,
yeah,
and then you got KD,
it's gonna be rough on him.
Bam hands are gonna be full on the defensive end.
Which is why we need Kalel Ware in there.
Okay, you're adding a whole bunch of other parts. We speaking solely from the purposes of him scoring 16 points.
If Bam
I'm not saying he can't do it, but I'm saying that he's gonna be all over the place. Here's another thing: banging bodies with Nurkic and dealing with whoa, Leroy, you were 1-6 on your bet. No, I wasn't. What are you talking about?
I remember.
Getting called out.
Wow.
Jimbo says, Leroy, you're 1-6 in your basketball parlay.
Hey,
one out.
Hey, okay. Then go. You do you.
No, I did.
No, I'm looking at my last parlay right now.
Yeah, let me see.
Where is it?
Prize Picks. Let me see. Oh, okay. What's the one leg there?
Wait.
Dak Prescott.
That got hurt, but I still I still got my money back.
Oh, you pushed or something like that, or
yeah,
if
they give me your money back if you get 5 or 6 or somebody get hurt.
Oh,
but if he would have got hurt in the first half, they would have just taken him off the board. Now would have got 5 or 5.
Ooh,
but he got hurt in the second half.
That's a benefit for Prize Picks because I definitely had like a crazy parlay that Drake London injured his hip pretty badly in the first quarter, and I could
they would have took him off, so you would have had like a 17 leg parlay.
I was hoping he would limp back onto the field like the Knicks player that came back. What's his name? I forgot. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some headlines because we have a pretty important headline we didn't get a chance to touch on just yet. These headlines are brought to you by the new and improved Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, you can choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like Tucson, Sonata, and Palisade.
Did you say Sonata?
He did.
Sonata?
Like Tucson, Solana, and a Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai.
I'm quite familiar with on days work.
Are you a fan?
Yeah, I owned one all the way up until now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I see.
I had.
I remember your car actually. It
I
was
had.
nice.
I had a Palisade, and before that, I had a G90.
Look at that. You want to be like Leroy? Head out to Leroy. The results are in. The Miami Hurricanes.
Number 3.
Are they? Yeah, I was about to say 4th.
I thought
Miami. The initial college football rankings, according to Inside the U, which was posted about 16 hours ago, could have updated since then. Miami Hurricanes are ranked 4th in the initial.
4th. Let me go. I'll check. I thought it was somebody said they were 3rd, but let me see.
You know what's interesting? I see State of the U has ranked 4th, seeded 3rd. So are they ranked 4th? Are they seeded 3rd? What's going on?
One is the no. I'm looking on here, and it says they're 4th.
All right.
I'm looking on. I just look at the games, and it does.
Yeah,
the
I see. College football playoff official Twitter tweeted out Miami Hurricanes number 4 right there.
Okay.
So
I want to be. You could be 4.
What the hell does seeded 3rd mean though?
Because it goes conference winners.
Yeah.
Maybe they're.
Oh, okay. So what the hell though? Then why wouldn't they just be 3rd?
The four conference winners are seeded 1 through 4. So maybe they're higher ranked than the other team leading the conference.
Then why wouldn't they just be 3?
Because there's the AP poll.
You know what?
There's the AP poll, and then there's the college football poll.
Someone get Alex Dono on the phone.
I'm telling you.
We're gonna take Leroy's word for it for now.
But
I don't trust him.
Why not? I'm telling you how it works. They're ranked 4th in the AP. They're ranked 4th in the AP poll.
Yeah.
Right, which has been done since the beginning of the year.
Yep.
And then the college football playoff, they're ranked 3rd or seeded 3rd because of their record next to the other conference winners.
Then why did the college football playoff tweet out playoff selection committee ranking 4? But like I see. Okay, I understand what you're saying, and it makes sense. They were ranked 4th before this thing came out, or was it the coaches poll? I can't keep up with the damn polls anymore.
But
all you go to the polls, run to the polls.
All you need to know is,
I
think the 4 conference champions get the top 4 seeds. I'm almost positive of that.
Yeah, and you discussed yesterday which one would be most beneficial. I think you had said that it's probably be best to be in that 4th or 5th spot, right?
Yeah, 4. I think was it 4? You get a bye, and then you would play the winner of 5.
And 12?
And 12.
Yeah. Come on, number 12.
And but if you're the 5th, you play
the 12th.
You play the 12th, and then you would play the 4.
Yeah.
So either way, you go
through the top 4, the best
bye. You would get a bye. Me personally, now that I thought about it, I'd rather be 4th. You know why? I want to bye, but I'm worried about this defense. I don't want to put him in harm's way extra time.
For sure. Because all it takes is 1. It takes
exactly.
SMU or something like that to pull something crazy.
SMU, who puts up a boatload of points. If they have to play them in the conference championship, it'll be weird because SMU just got here and they just gonna run up through the ACC.
Well, we got much more Hurricanes talk. We got 15 minutes of game day uncensored. We got to play Rats Off a Ship. We got to get some trivia in. A lot more left on the show. Don't forget to punch in that parlay that we just discussed. If you want to make the change as far as points, like Leroy suggested, that's totally fine. But you're dead to me and you have no guts. With that being said, we got more on the other side.
Dolphins are back.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. We are live here on a Wednesday. Tobin out.
What are you doing?
That's how
I gotta say it like that.
No, that's how it's spelled.
No.
That's how I remember how to spell it. Wednesday. Is there an E? I could be missing an E somewhere.
There's an E.
Wednesday.
ESD.
Wednesday. No, Wednesday Adams though.
Can I just tell you?
Yeah. What's that?
What school did you go to where they taught this? What the hell, dude? You know what? Stop sharing your learning methods. Because you right now you are people. People gonna look at you. Look at who taught this.
No, I was right. You were wrong. It's Wednesday. WEDNES.
You said there's an E. I said
no,
yeah.
There is E's. I meant like after the wed and like WEDE, like a random E just somewhere. There.
No, Marcos, you should know that.
That's why that's him. He
again.
Yeah.
Would explain why you're a comedian.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even consider. More of a joke. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Thank you.
What is wrong? Like, man.
This is why I enjoy having Marcos around. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what she's thinking. Man.
What?
She goes, I sometimes wonder what I learned in school. Then I talk to Marcos. She's like, I could be a damn doctor.
I could only imagine what goes on in his head.
Right.
Ooh.
And then that's what makes me laugh even more.
No, we rode in the car and I just listened to him try to put two things together. And I just look over.
He
and
thinks out loud.
Yes. And I'm like, hey man.
And you can see it in his face.
I can see it in his face. Like,
adding it out.
He's kind of being serious, but then he has this smile like,
I can't tell if you guys compliment.
Man, I sound dumb as hell. Like he'll say out loud, wait, that don't sound right. No, like he'll just start, he'll have a whole conversation with himself. Like,
Marcos, it's all love. It's all love.
you need me to pitch in?
Like, you guys are praising me right now? Is that
no? I believe you're actually really funny.
Oh, all right.
I just think
and like just your way of being is just it's funny.
They used to tell me that in school though, but they wouldn't say you're funny. They'd be like, "Ha ha, you're so stupid," and I'd be like, "What? What do you mean by that?"
But I find stupid funny. So I don't
sometimes know. Marcos will say something, and I go, "Dear God, I hope this is a bit."
When the ocean.
Whenever you guys leave after the show, me and Marcos sit down for like a whole hour, and it's just me crying at half the things he says.
But wait, so it's like that with Tobin though, because like, imagine walking through an airport, and he looks at his watch, and don't know what time it is, like he's getting confused because he think we missed our plane because the time. And I'm like,
forgets time zones exist.
Yes. So I'm like, I'm looking at him, and he's like panicking, and I'm like, and I say to myself, "Dear God, I hope this is a bit," because like I'm like, Tobin.
I mean, honestly, yeah, with Tobin, I feel like it's really hard to tell.
Right.
No matter how many years you've known him.
You know what this is what pissed me off. Right. The only time he's really, really serious. When we go to fights and they all know him, he's all professional. And right.
Completely different Tobin.
Right.
I can't wait to embarrass him in that setting one day.
You can't. No.
I feel like you'd be embarrassing yourself if you do that.
You know what he says to me?
Gotta do what I gotta do.
We'll go somewhere.
All risk.
And somebody will say something like a boxer or something.
Yeah.
And he'll look at me and go. Like, and so but other than that, no, they like, man, they like, he's highly respected in the fight game. So like, I go there and I'm just like, I'm following you. Now he did leave me high and dry for Skip Bayless.
Totally did.
I will never understand how he did that. But
I would never do that.
No,
to
but
you,
and
man.
then he tried to put it on me.
Yep.
What you doing? You
Oh, you were gonna go golf.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
go. I'm gonna go see Joy. I'm like, doesn't she work with Skip? No. I'm going to see Joy.
Yeah. I always ask someone.
You know what I feel like we should do? We should bring Joy on the show and see what exactly happens.
Yes.
You know, straight from the source. How much time did they actually spend together?
Ooh, was he always?
Imagine that never happens, and it was just him going to see Skip.
What is Joy's like? I wasn't even there.
I didn't even know he was there.
It wouldn't surprise me.
The truth, this guy's a habitual liar, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I tell you what, I ain't gonna look when we get to Vegas. I don't too much. Like I got my spots.
Yeah,
he got his spots. He get me into where I need to go, even though I almost got accosted.
Oh,
well, I went. So we're the first people there because most of the people get there between like 9, 10, until like 2 or 3.
Yep.
We have to be there at 7. So somebody has to let us in.
Oh.
Because we do show it's 3 hours before.
And time zones.
Yeah. So we had the people let us in. They have us all set up. They have like one guy doing all of the production in there, one of the engineers. All set up. But the problem is the damn Starbucks doesn't open until 8.
Which is ridiculous, by the way.
Right.
It's supposed to start your day.
And no, well, here's the deal. Where we were broadcasting from, the hotel has 3 Starbucks. But the one by us don't open until 8. So I would have to walk all the way around the other side of the casino. So I wait till 8. I go to get something. I come back. And this guy said, "Who you rolling with?" Like he's blocking the thing. I'm like, "Who are you?"
What? You are
you don't get credentials at all?
Yeah, I showed him my band. He said, "I don't care about that."
What?
Yeah. So
I'm outside.
So the show is going on in there.
Yeah.
I'm standing out here and I'm like, "Dude, what the hell's wrong with you? You just got here. I've been here for an hour already."
For him to say
one of the guys that's running it, like, then he come on, "Oh, he's good. And
that happened my first years of full
Then he gonna say, "Relax."
Ultra?
I'm like, "Relax. Why you stop me?" Right? Like you just like, who are you? You ain't got no power over me. Like, what are you doing? So like I was like, "Man, get on away from me." He tried to apologize. I said, "Get on away from me," because you and your boys was trying to act all like you had some kind of power or something, and you ain't nobody. So I just kept going about my business. But I mean, he really accosted me. I had 2 cups. I just moved the gate. He said, "Who you with?" I'm like, "Who I'm with? What fighter?" I'm like, "I'm with no fighter. I'm doing radio." He says, "Where's your credentials?" I said, "I got my band." "I don't care nothing about that."
Then why do you ask? Oh my goodness. You know what? This is why I cannot be around people sometimes.
Right. Now, like he clearly was trying to flex in front of his boys like he had some kind of power. And
so when this would happen to me when I would work festivals,
right?
I went to the source. The people who gave me my credentials, I would drag them and I'll take them there. And I'm like, "Let it be the last time you do not let me through this gate with my credentials."
Right.
And then every time I would pass by, because I would have to go to different stations, I would look at them straight in the face and I'd be like, "Are you gonna remember me, or are you gonna give me more problems?"
Right.
Jesus.
And I would walk away.
But
so you're not going to stop me from doing my job.
I mean, power ain't good for everybody, right? Like everybody can't have power, right? Because like this dude, and here's the thing, he didn't have, because normally the people that let you in or whatever, they have a shirt on or something like this. He didn't have nothing on. He was just trying to check my.
I would have been like, "Let me see your credentials. Where's your shirt?"
So we literally going back and forth outside of the thing, and then somebody came out there and he was like, "Leroy, come on." I'm like, I say, "What's wrong with this dude?" Right?
Unacceptable.
And then he's like, oh, buddy, I'm sorry. No, you're not. You're
not.
just trying to save
sorry
face
you got
with
caught.
this dude. Right. But yeah, man, and then Tobin, this man has the audacity when we go to Vegas. "Don't embarrass me in front of my people." I'm like,
"Well, your people."
I'm like, "What?" What?
I mean, we saw him on Heat Media Day. We
Right.
know.
We know. We know. He
Uh,
just, I think he says a prayer every time we do Meat Media Day that he don't get got, right? Because some of the things he says, right? Oh man, and I forget. Like me and Kyle Lowry start talking about golf. And we spent the whole segment just going back and forth and then throwing the basketball question. And then he had to go.
And he's in his head saying, I'm winning today.
Yes, he goes, I'm winning today.
All right. JFig, she is going into her secret stash, giving away 2-day general admission passes to the Country Bay Music Festival at Miami Marine Stadium this weekend. You might win and see Zach Brown Band, Carrie Underwood, Dustin Lynch, and more. We're going to take callers now. Figgy, what caller will be the winner of these tickets?
Caller number 4.
Caller number 4. Let's go ahead and dial in 305-567-0560. We're going to give away these tickets and we're going to come back and mix it on up, dude. man. Who's that from?
Who? I didn't hear it. Did it sound? I don't know.
That was your 3-second clip.
I don't know.
That is Zach Brown Band.
Oh no, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I wouldn't get you there.
Me,
like I wouldn't get that. There's a lot of guys that like my music is I listen to any kind of music.
Yes, you do.
So wait, somebody said the lead singer of Linkin Park was a woman?
I don't know what's really going on with that.
Because I hear the guy sing for like the first part of the song and then she comes in. But I don't know if they just have, I don't know.
Actually, yeah.
Emily Armstrong is the new lead singer for Linkin
Yeah, but
Park.
she's not. So who sings listen to that song? He sings most of the damn song.
Yes, she shares lead vocals with Mike Shinoda.
Okay, there it is.
There you go.
So share lead.
Correct. They have two co-leads right now.
Yep, and they both kind of sound like my man.
That's
Except she sounds better than because she can really, First of all, the fact that the original lead of Linkin Park could sing like that for that long and still have a voice is incredible.
It is incredible. It is and he did it well. Like sometimes you hear some music where it's like very
right
on the throat and they're like, this is a love song. And it's like, what? But he did it in a way that happened to be marketable. And it was super dope. Super dope.
Yep. I knew how I got hooked on Linkin Park.
Was it the Jay-Z crossover album?
No, that was after.
Way after. How'd you get hooked on Linkin Park?
Transformers.
How did we not get that?
and originally it was Transformers, but then it was Guitar Hero.
Oh yeah. That Guitar Hero introduced a lot of good music. Yeah. They don't make games the way they used to. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Crazy Town. They had a lot of Ozzy.
Barracuda was mine. Barracuda.
Wasn't that Crazy Train? Not Crazy
Crazy Train.
Did I say Crazy Town or say Crazy Train? I thought it was Crazy Train. I thought I said Crazy Train.
It's Crazy
Train. My bad. Right.
You know what's a song that I recognize every single time you play? That was Crazy Train impression.
Yes.
This instrumental, every time I hear it, really, really sparks my soul. That's right.
I know this one.
We are going to very quickly open up the mixed bag, shall we? Let's start with Leroy's favorite player in the world, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I thought you was going to say Eli Apple.
Oh, no. He's not even worth mentioning anymore.
He's on the team right now.
Is he? Oh,
isn't he on he's on the Chargers.
Oh, let's see. Eli Apple is a cornerback for the Chargers.
Yeah. Oh, no, yes. I follow him.
That's why he's your favorite.
Yeah.
All right. Well, your second favorite then.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. One of the moves made at the trade deadline was the departure of Jets receiver Mike Williams.
He shouldn't care. He blamed him for the reason why he threw the pick.
Of course, there's that controversy from earlier on in the season where Aaron Rodgers threw his teammate under the bus, essentially blaming him for a late interception. Now that he has departed from the team, Aaron Rodgers answers what he feels on the trade or the player himself.
Mike's a good guy. He'll be good in that locker room. Obviously, had a lot of great veteran leadership. He's had a nice career, and sometimes change of scenery is great for certain guys. I mean, it was great for me. It was fun, kind of get re-enthused and stuff. And we kind of knew with Devontae coming in that there'd be less targets for everybody because G's leading league in targets. He's gonna get his targets, and Tay's dynamic player. He's gonna get his targets. So if this gives Mike more opportunities, that's awesome. And we wish Mike well.
Leroy, why do you have that look?
Trying not to cuss.
Oh, seems like your full bleep meter is going.
Come on, Two-Face.
Mike's a good guy. Yeah, Mike's a good guy.
Yeah, don't say that about me after you threw me under the bus.
Mike's a good guy. He doesn't know how to run a go route correctly, apparently, but he's a good guy. He's gonna have a good time over there. Your fake.
Yeah, the thing about sports is you can't ever put yourself there, even if you're there, right? You have to. Everybody have to feel like you're one of them.
Yep.
You know, that's why the superstars that do the best are the ones that everybody feel like we all boys, even though they know you stand higher on the totem pole. You can't act like that. If you act like that, then there's going to be a problem. So I don't, man, look, he's so happy that his boy going to get, more opportunities. The first game he's back, you threw him a pass and a half.
Now, continuing on in the mixed bag, Leroy, you spoke off air, and you've spoke about it on air before, about a certain name fiasco you have in your family of two people who have the same name.
Oh.
This can, present a problem, especially when it comes down to election season. Dabo Swinney reveals why he actually wasn't allowed to vote when he first went to his local
poll. He
said
said I'd already voted. And I was like, no, I can assure you I hadn't voted. Well, it says we issued you early ballot and you voted. I'm like, no. And as it turns out, Will, my oldest, voted last week. And they somehow messed it up, didn't verify his birthday or something, and they counted me as the vote. But apparently they're going to fix it on Friday, and me and Will, our two votes will count on Friday. I don't know if it'll matter on Friday, but trying to do my best and be a good citizen and go vote. And sometimes doing your best ain't good enough.
Leroy, another face there that don't seem to be buying what this guy's selling over here. Okay.
It's the NIL.
He's in God's NIL.
Yeah. With the country accent. He needs to send some of that accent to Brian over in LSU. Yeah.
Yeah. And did you know that Dabo Swinney's real name was William? Where the hell you get Dabo?
Nobody names their kid Dabo.
William Christopher, to be exact.
William Christopher. Damn. Yeah, fair. No one names that. Although I
got relatives, like, if you're in a black family in the hood,
yeah,
you don't never know your family members' real names. I didn't know that my uncle, he was like my brother.
Yeah.
I didn't know his real name was Lloyd until I was about 10, because we all called him Rusty.
Yep.
And guess why they called him Rusty? Because my mom and her sister wanted to name him after the dog on Ren 1010. That was Rusty. So they just named him Rusty.
They just named him Rusty.
Yep. But there's 4 of them now.
4 Rusty.
Lloyds.
Oh, okay.
So then my grandfather was Lloyd.
Only one Rusty, though.
He was Lloyd.
Yeah.
His son was Lloyd III, and then his son had a son, Lloyd IV.
See, that makes a little bit more sense. I'm sure JFig can attest to this as well. I have, and you've seen it at the baby shower, I got a cookie, a Lala, a Tatika,
who's the crazy aunt?
A Mimi.
I was
Cookie.
Mimi for sure. Mimi almost seems normal based off of,
True.
like
I don't know. Cookie did not seem normal.
A Chi-Chi.
Cookie was very aggressive.
Adita.
Yeah, see, it's just like there's just sound effects. You kind of just drop.
Let me see.
Like,
this is the nicknames and just on my dad's side, because he had 11.
Well,
he had 10 siblings. So we had Jumba, Poochie, yeah. And then he had a friend. All their friends' animals. Toad.
Toad.
I got beef with that guy.
It was crazy. We had a guy that we golf with. Hat. Had mailman.
Just hat.
Yeah, hat. Because he always had a hat.
He wore a hat one day, and that was it.
Okay, dude.
We had mailman.
That's great.
Mailman?
Mailman. He was a mailman.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't just call him by his profession. Like,
he was the mailman.
I would start calling you radio host.
My dad was trained, and then when I was growing up, I was a little trained.
Oh.
And they say, "What was your brother's nickname?" Bad, just bad. He was bad.
Just bad?
Bad. He was bad. Oh my goodness, boy! He had more adults as a kid scared of him than kids.
There's Jamaican people do that though too. Jamaican will be like, "Yeah, that's Dig It," and we're like, "Why do you call him Dig It?" He's like, "He's a gardener." And it's like,
I like that.
it just happens.
But
Like,
you end up introducing your friends and your family like that. Nobody knows anybody's real name.
Nope.
Well, I grew up with my cousin, and he's practically like a brother to me. And I always thought his name was Junior until I got older and I found out that he was named after his father, but they always called him Junior because he was the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whenever I introduce him to my friends or anyone, I say, "This is Junior." I do not say, "This is Albert."
Yeah, exactly. This is Albert II. Like, it just doesn't.
That's weird.
I know a bunch of people that nickname.
And when his wife calls him Albert, I'm like, who are you calling? What's going on?
And when you're in a relationship, they get the government name.
Yeah.
So like, I'm more than sure Travis ain't calling Taylor Swift Tay Tay.
I think he does sometimes.
It's I call it.
No.
I feel like on the podcast he refers to her as Tay sometimes.
Well, I don't like. I'm not a big fan because I'm the only one that calls my daughter Rebecca.
Huh.
Yeah.
Everyone else calls her what?
Becky.
Yeah.
Right.
Whenever Jennifer, I know I'm in trouble.
Jennifer.
I always call you Jennifer though.
That just sounds, but like sometimes you say it and what did I do?
Nah, I just think like sometimes you call people by their name. Right.
Like if you're messing
even though on my phone it says Show Pony.
Wow.
No, I don't even have. And think about this. We call him Tobin so much.
Yeah.
I forget that his actual name is Brendan.
Brendan.
I wonder what his middle name is. You think he got one of them fancy middle names?
You can't trust him. He lies about his backstory.
Oh my God.
He's gonna change his middle name.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll be back discussing the Miami Heat game tonight. We have to play a little bit of trivia before we get out of here. Silly sauce galore. We're getting back on clock. We're gonna try to at least. You're listening to
back on clock.
We're trying to at least.
What kind of show is this?
When it's 12:59.
You're listening to the Brendan and Leroy show. It's just so weird. Skip calls him Brendan.
WQAM.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show.
You know where that's from?
Guitar Hero.
That's exactly why he played it.
The Hyundai commercial.
Leroy.
Do you know who it is?
Yeah.
No.
Heart.
Heart to Leroy. How could you not know that? Nah, I'm kidding. I would only know that because of Guitar Hero. This is the Tobin Leroy show. Let's go ahead and get some headlines. These headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory, like the Tucson, the Sonata, not the Solana, and Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Why do they put that Y there? I was looking at the bracket. We mentioned if you were following the results of a different poll yesterday, college football playoff released their rankings as right now. The 3rd seed Miami Hurricanes would be set to face off against the 6th and the 11th seed teams. So the winner of those two would face the Hurricanes. Do you know who the 6th and 11th team are currently?
No. I'm thinking that because here's what I'm trying to figure out. The non-Power 5.
Yes.
Right? I'm trying to figure out, do they go ahead of the 1 or 2 lost teams, or do they go at the bottom? So, like, you got a team like Army.
Yes.
Army is undefeated. And so that's what I was trying to figure out. So
How is Ohio State too? That's crazy.
Huh?
I can't believe Ohio State is 2. But whatever.
Because they only lost here. Here's my deal with that.
Yeah.
Forget what I think about Ohio State.
All right.
If you play the number 1 team in the country and you are number 2, you're number 2 because they think the other team's better than you. So why do you drop to 5 if 1 beats 2?
Yes, you did. You did mention that, and that was the case on October 12th when Oregon faced off against the Ohio State Buckeyes and gave them their only loss. So I can understand 1 point.
There's only 1 team better than you. You play 3 and you beat 3. So you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you should be 2.
Yes. With that being said, Penn State, who just lost to Ohio State, is 1 loss and they're ranked 6th after losing.
That's what it is, Penn State. So
no. The people who are that was just the AP ranking. The in the seeding, if the Miami Hurricanes remain where they're at, and everyone were to remain where they're at, which we know things can change between now and the end of the season. If they remain where they're at, Miami Hurricanes are set to face off against the winner of the 6th and the 11th.
Who's 6 and 11?
6 is Texas. 11th is Alabama.
Good miss.
Good miss, dude. We find out very fast if the Hurricanes are real.
I will say this, though.
Yeah.
None of those teams, neither one of those teams can score like Miami can. But here's the other problem.
They got some talent.
Miami can't stop none of those teams.
They got some talent on them, though. It's kind of like both of them have excellent quarterback play. You got Jalen Milroe on one side, and then you have Brad Ewers and Evers, and then Archie Manning as well.
Who's the backup? Arch.
No E on his.
Just Arch.
Yeah, it's a little bit cooler that way. You know, you start dropping letters, it gets cooler that way. And this is a Manning who can run, a mobile Manning. We have a mobile Manning.
Wait, Grandpa was mobile.
Grandpa, because he was running for his damn life.
Yes,
he was mobile.
Yes. When I was growing up, there were 2 quarterbacks that scrambled like Patrick Mahomes and Cam Ward, right?
Yeah.
That is Fran Tarkenton.
Yep.
And Archie Manning ran for their dear life.
Yeah. Frank, pretty good.
He went to 4 straight Super Bowls, like the Buffalo Bills.
Rough.
Lost everyone.
I was going to say, that means he lost them all.
Yeah, because the Vikings have never won a Super Bowl.
widely regarded as the first great dual threat quarterback.
Who? Frank Tarkenton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to know what his 40 time was? I know they didn't measure it back then, but that'd be interesting to know.
40 time?
Yeah.
I mean,
Frank
you're mostly comparing it to other intangibles.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's like
Which
being
is why
the fastest turtle.
Oh, look. It was fast, but he was able to run it though. They said that he ran a 4.9. What is that, dude?
Right now, there's guys that's 325, 330 running that.
That's crazy, dude. Imagine what Michael Vick would do if you can just put him back in that time. Lamar Jackson.
They wouldn't let him, first of all, they wouldn't let him play quarterback.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I can't believe they see that guy running. I would accuse him of witchcraft. This is definitely don't know what's going on. I don't think you should be that fast, personally.
So they would have to play to Texas, Alabama.
Correct. As of right now, it would be Texas.
Here's the thing, man. If
they go down to 4th, I'm trying to see if they go down to 4th, who would be worse there? They have you don't know because it doesn't even work that way. If they were to be 4th, they would have to go against either.
It'd be 5 against 12.
Boise State, Ohio State. That's crazy. So if they were to
Ohio
be
State's 5.
Yeah, Ohio State is 5 and Boise State is 12.
So basically, this is what this is boiling down to.
Yeah.
As we previously suspected. You're going to include basically 2 more teams that can win it.
Yep.
Because it's going to be one of the big names. So when you think of 1 through 4, yeah, that's, they're going to win the conference championships. But when you talk about 5 or 6, those are the only other 2 that got a chance, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's
those are teams with 1 loss. I don't know if Alabama's good enough.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think they're good enough, but I saw my team struggle with Cal. I saw my team struggle with a bunch of different teams. That makes me less than comfortable.
You look at it differently, though. I look at it as I've seen the team win games in a number of different ways.
Oh yeah, and that's what gives me hope that and
but I've also seen your team not be able to stop a nosebleed.
That's when you say win a lot of games in a lot of different ways. Yes, it has been different, but I think it all comes down to Cam Ward puts on his cape and does.
Well, not 2 games ago when they ran all over. Yeah.
Oh, you talking wait. Who was it? It wasn't FSU, right? Because this last game was Duke. Before that was FSU. Yeah,
FSU,
that was
easy.
They
just said we just gonna beat them up.
For sure. That was, probably one of Cam Ward's quiet games. I don't think he had a throwing touchdown. He had a receiving touchdown. But yeah, that one was the heroics were not necessary during that time. I think these are the options that I just listed to you. You can either be playing Texas, Alabama, Ohio State, or Boise State. Which Boise State, cool, whatever. I understand they're not the Alabama, whatever, but they still have a hell of a running back that can put up 200 yards in that one game. And usually when you run for 200 yards, you control the clock, your team wins,
Yep. All that is accurate.
Essentially, we're going to find out very quickly, was this team the beneficiary of a tight schedule, or can they really play with the big boys?
But that's what the playoffs do.
Yeah, sure.
The playoffs, like think about this. At the end of the day, somebody from the NFC South is going to get a playoff bid in NFL.
Gross.
So that means a team that has Carolina, New Orleans, Tampa, and who's the other one in their division?
Who else is in the NFC?
NFC South.
Escaping my brain right now.
Right.
Atlanta.
Yeah. So one of those 4 teams are going to be a playoff team, right? And
right now, that division consists of the Atlanta Falcons that are doing well, 6-3, but the Bucks are 4-5. The Panthers and Saints both 2-7.
Right.
So,
but that's
essentially, you got 6 games if you're the Falcons against teams with.
I don't think if you look at the NFC West is not faring much better.
Yeah, NFC West currently a little bit better, but still pretty mediocre. Seahawks, 49ers, Rams, all with 4 wins, and the Cardinals at the top of that division with 5.
So the Cardinals are winning that division. Think about that.
Most likely, yeah. I mean, you're talking about like as of right now. Yeah, that's not something that's on my bingo card.
But so I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's an accomplishment to get there.
Yeah.
But it still don't, like, if you win your division and you become a playoff team, it don't mean you're a playoff team. It just means you just won your division.
Yeah.
And I think college, a lot of that is going to happen in college, is that you earn the right to be in the playoff, but you're probably only there because your whole division sucked or your whole conference sucked.
We are going to take a quick break and come back and run some trivia. But before we do, I wanted to briefly discuss the Joel Embiid news that came out.
Oh, yeah.
We know that he got into an altercation with a reporter where he allegedly assaulted him. But I mean, rightfully so, based off of the news that's coming out that this reporter was mentioning his late brother, his child, things that are completely unnecessary in regards to covering sports. But they have made their decision. The following was released by the NBA in regards to the situation. The 76ers center Joel Embiid has been suspended 3 games without pay for shoving a member of the media. It was announced today by Joe Dumars. Embiid's actions took place in the 76ers locker room following the team's 124-107 loss to the Grizzlies. It goes on to say mutual respect is paramount to the relationship between players and media and the NBA, Joe Dumars said. While we understand Joel was offended by the personal nature of the original version of the reporter's column, interactions must remain professional on both sides and never turn physical. So his friendship events.
That here's what I would say.
Yes.
And here's why you got to be careful. My biggest complaint about being an athlete was it neutered you. So you have people that can do or say anything, and know you're not going to respond to them as men. And for a person who is writing about sports, the other stuff that he's writing about has no place in the article. No place. So, while I agree with the stance the league took, I think the writer knew where he was going with that. You see what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You got to know better, man. You got to know better.
So
use your people.
Although I don't condone violence or that type of aggression, I'm not going to get on him for being a man, right? For, thinking, hey, man, you got no right to go after me personally. If you want to say I suck at basketball, that's fine. Leave my personal stuff out of it. And I'm more than sure the guy had a smart-ass comment coming back, and that's why Joel Embiid went after him. It didn't just end like that, because if it meant no harm, right, and all you had to do was say, no, hey, Joel, I don't know, like, I wasn't trying to go there. I was just trying to, because then he got snippy at the end with, and Joel's not playing. So the whole tone of the article, right, if you bring something personal into it, it's not going to come across very positive.
Yeah, and I will say that prior to me even finding out the details of who it was and what happened, a lot of people were commenting underneath, speculating that it was a certain reporter that I can imagine is someone who gets under the skin of players or like is known.
Right. That again, right. Like, so my question is, you know what you were doing. See, when people do things to get a reaction, you can't then be surprised at the reaction you get, because we're all different. You know, it's like when people come at you and you all calm and collected, and that's not good enough. And then they want to get you until you get riled up. And then you react the way they want you to react.
Damage is done.
It ain't gonna be in your, confines of what you accept. You see what I mean? So I just think we need to leave the personal stuff out of it. You can talk about Joel Embiid and the basketball and the fact that he's not playing. But at no point in time, like even down here, right? We had an issue. We didn't know what the issue was. The Heat do an excellent job of keeping personal stuff out of it. Yeah. But then we found out with the Netflix thing with Jimmy, but nobody went at him like that. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so you keep it professional. And so the fact that you will look at a reporter who's been doing it for 20 plus years or older guy, and then look at a 20, 30-year-old and say the 30-year-old is supposed to be more professional than him is a joke in itself. We can all be professional, but if you want professionalism, how about giving it? Nobody ever thinks about that. So what Joel probably shouldn't have been that way. But at the same time, underneath, I'm doing a fist pump because, yeah, you asked for the beast and you got it.
Yeah. Sometimes people try to be tough.
No, everybody get tough till they get punched in the face. Then they ain't so tough. Then why? Oh, too late now, buddy. Too late.
How would you think if they did it to you?
Right. Exactly.
Now, Leroy, they try to be tough. Why don't you talk to us about something else that's great?
Here's the thing. As you get over 45, you got to get your screenings. You got to get all your yearly checkups and stuff. Because when it comes to our health, we need to be smart, especially if you're over 45 years or older. That's why I invite you to join Alonzo Mourning and other special guests, including Dan Marino and Ed Jovanowski at the Miami Heat Men's Health Summit on November 16th and learn how to take a proactive approach to your health from some of the country's most renowned health experts. Plus, you can enjoy fun activities, giveaways, raffles for autographed prizes, and more. There's no time to waste. Come and get a health screening like Alonzo Mourning did. It saved his life. It could save yours. It's go time. It's Zo time. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/Zo-time. That's baptisthealth.net/ZOTIME.
Coming you.
What you got, Leroy? What was that one?
Dance to the music.
Dang.
Dance to the music.
Know the artist?
Dum, 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 dum. Oh no, I can't think of. Is it
Sly
and the Family Stone? All right, there we go. I got it.
Why would I play Sly and the Family Stone? Because
you're sneaky.
True. Because I'm sneaky enough to correlate Family Stone with Family Feud. There we go.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I appreciate Leroy. He's getting his buzzer ready.
Open fist.
My bad. I'm here typing.
Fist.
Okay. I finished.
Fist. Open fist means you're ready. You're ready to answer.
Leroy has.
Oh no, we going back and forth. You just gonna go back and forth?
No, I like the buzzer idea. I like it because I don't want you cheating, Googling.
Yeah,
it is November.
Cheater.
What is this? What is the theme of this game show?
Excellent question, JFig. We just got done with Halloween. I hate the person who already has their Christmas tree up because there's one holiday in November we got to celebrate, of course, and that is Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
it's nice to have lights around.
You know it is, but I still want my feast.
Okay, you're not going to lose it.
You're saying I can go over. I appreciate the invite. Thank you so much, JFig. I will be there.
Of course, everyone's invited. You guys,
Thanksgiving trivia. I should say Thanksgiving Family Feud begins here. I'm going to read the first question. You guys ready?
Yep.
We surveyed the top 100 people. Name a type of pie. Leroy.
Pumpkin pie.
I thought you were still saying a question.
No. What's the question? Name a type of pie. Let's see. Is pumpkin pie up there? Correct. The number 2 answer.
There's no way with all these white folks down here that you're going to say pumpkin pie is not number 1 for Thanksgiving.
Number 2 answer.
See, because I know what I would have said. Okay. But then I would have been considered, he's too black for this game.
Yeah,
potato pie is what he would have said.
No, that's not.
And he would have loved it.
That's not the name of. Okay, go.
All right, you have
no such thing.
Wait, I was not even trying to say something. I was just trying to troll Leroy. Okay,
you have one opportunity. You have an opportunity to get the number 1 answer. JFig, what is it gonna be? Name a type of pie.
Apple pie.
Apple pie is the number 1 answer.
Hold on.
Yes.
This is Thanksgiving trivia?
Indeed. Yes.
Don't nobody have a damn apple pie for Thanksgiving.
Well, you know what? Apparently they do.
Apparently they do.
This is garbage. This is garbage.
Not everyone's a fan of pumpkin, just like me.
But it's Thanksgiving pie.
Well, I don't like that.
It's not just random pie.
Yeah, but apple pie. Delicious.
Who ate an apple pie? Nobody eats apple pie on Thanksgiving.
I eat the crust.
So, are you going to play or not?
Pass or play.
Stop looking.
Pass or play.
Stop looking.
What am I looking at?
What are you looking at is the question.
I'm looking at you.
No, you're not. I seen them little.
Do you want me to share my screen?
I see them big eyeballs side-eyeing.
Or play.
I see you side-eyeing too, just because you can hide behind those glasses.
No,
which, by the way, I can see the reflection.
I know. Listen, I'm a
Pass or play,
guy.
baby.
I can name 700 pies.
Okay.
What?
Pass or play, baby.
She has to decide.
Yeah. JFig, you have the number 1 answer. Would you like to pass?
Okay, yeah. What's up? I say more pies.
You passing or playing?
Going to pass?
Oh no, I will continue playing.
You never played Family Feud?
JFig, top 2 answers already listed. Apple and pumpkin. Please name a type of pie.
Pecan?
Pecan pie. Show me pecan. Pecan, the number 5 answer.
When's the last time you had a piece of pecan pie, JFig?
Ever.
When I pass by it in Publix.
Yeah.
Very true.
Right. Usually, I'm going to tell you like this. Usually white folks don't like the goo.
The goo.
I just don't like pie.
But can I tell you something?
Yeah.
When you after the next day when you put it in the refrigerator and then you got to reheat it.
Yeah.
It's molten lava.
Ooh, be careful.
Like that is so hot. It gets so hot in the microwave.
JFig,
not my
please name
problem this
another
year.
type of pie. Another type of pie?
Hey. You had one locked and loaded.
It's like right there. It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Clock, 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 clock.
No!
Clock, clock, clock.
You don't have all day.
JFig, unfortunately, that is your first X.
Chicken pot pie. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Chicken pot pie.
All you knew was one more pie.
I don't eat pie. I eat cheesecake.
All right, Leroy, it is your opportunity to steal. Name a type of pie, Leroy. You got a lot to choose from.
We got sweet potato. We got pumpkin. We got. I'm just trying to think of the pies that I've had at. Damn, I don't know if this is gonna hit with the white folks.
All right,
but I know I always had this during. I'm gonna say. Coconut pie. Yeah, it has like this. It has the same, like the centers are similar in texture with sweet with pecan pie.
Show me coconut pie. Correct answer, Leroy.
That's not true. There's no way. I've never heard of a coconut pie.
Yeah.
Let's see the rest of the
coconut.
answer.
Now I wonder, do they include like meat pies?
No, they don't. This is answer number 3, cherry pie.
Cherry pie, yeah, okay.
Answer number 4, lemon meringue.
Like cherries, so
lemon meringue. Yeah, you don't know nothing about that lemon meringue, JFig.
I don't like
was
lemon
pecan.
meringue.
Number 6 was key lime.
Don't like that.
That I didn't have key lime growing. Here's the deal. Lemon
And that
meringue.
counts?
Lemon meringue has like the same texture as kind of like key lime. Like, yeah.
All right. We are
But
up
it has
against,
foam on the top. Like white foam.
we're up against it, so we're gonna speed through these next 2
Well,
rounds.
slow-mo here.
Okay. Slow-mo and Leroy, please make your way to the board. All right. Name an excuse someone might use in order to miss Thanksgiving dinner. Leroy, you were hot off the presses.
Wife is sick.
Wife is sick.
Family member sick.
All right. Let's check it out. Number 1 answer, sick. Leroy, pass or play?
I'm going to play.
All right. Leroy, name another excuse one might use to miss Thanksgiving dinner.
Out of town.
Show me out of town. On vacation. Same thing.
I got another one.
You got 5 more options.
How
on the
many of
board.
these have you used, Leroy?
Leroy.
Out of your family members.
That's okay, JFig. Be ready for an opportunity to steal.
Going to a sporting event.
Going to a sporting event. Show me sporting event.
I played in a football game. That was a fact.
Well, the top 100 people who we asked happen to not be in the NFL, Leroy.
Seriously, that's a percentage, okay?
To get out of I'm cooking at my house.
Cooking at my house, hosting their own dinner. Correct. Leroy, you got 3 more answers left on the board.
Let me see. I don't like you.
They don't like you is the correct. We have. They don't like you is one of the correct answers.
That's not true. There's no way.
Said that. You got
really?
Here's one. I have family in town.
Family in town. Show me family. Unfortunate. You got 2 more answers. JFig, you have the number 2 answer available as well as the
number
number
2 answer.
Yeah, so far you got everything except for the number 2 and number 6 answer. JFig, be prepared to steal. Name an excuse someone might use to miss Thanksgiving dinner, Mr. Horde.
Damn, I can't think of no more.
Walls are closing in.
Yeah, I'll pass. Go ahead.
Oh, Leroy
I'll
passes
pass.
JFig. What do you got to steal to tie things up? Name an
That you're
excuse. Someone
basically
made
going to another one? Going to
Okay.
another function?
Previous plans. Damn.
we had similar answers, so I'm going to give you an opportunity.
I'm already booked and busy.
All right, booked and busy. Not on the list.
You know what? I
unfortunately.
simply just don't want to, okay?
What's number
That's
2?
my excuse.
That's fair.
Hey.
I want to be home.
Show me number 2. Had to work.
I was
On
going to say that,
Thanksgiving?
but usually
On
everyone is
Thanksgiving.
off. So
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, yeah, for sure. Maybe you work like.
Keep in mind, Jennifer.
that's right. Some people work
Jennifer.
in hospitals.
Jennifer.
Some people are
Jennifer.
firefighters and
Jennifer.
cops.
These are lies. Things you say to get out of things.
You got to be a really good liar. If not,
If you're a
Then
doctor
you're-
or a
then
nurse,
you're
do you
just
say I gotta
reckless.
work?
Final answer. Too far. Too far.
I should have used that one.
All right, now for
I mean, yeah, we
100.
always say that. JFig said
That
"Hey,
was
I'm having
true.
a party. Too far.
As of right now, Leroy is winning, but luckily in this round, all points are quadrupled. 3 answers on the board.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'm like, what is he doing?
Name something you need to prepare and cook a turkey. JFig, you are not quick off the draw with these. I tell you what. Leroy, what is there's three answers on the board.
A
That's all-
turkey.
That is a pretty good answer. Believe it or not,
No.
turkey's a number 3 answer.
What?
There are 2 more answers available. JFig, you could potentially steal and walk away with millions of nothing.
Millions of what?
Millions of Odyssey points.
No thanks.
All right, name something you would need to prepare
Put that phone down.
and cook a turkey.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. To steal.
Oh, I thought it was still Leroy.
No,
No,
I got the 3.
Okay, to prepare a turkey, an oven?
A lot of ways to prepare a turkey.
You don't need an oven.
None
well, I
more
use-
important
deep
than the
fried
oven.
You can
Number
deep
1
fry one,
answer.
yeah.
The oven.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I deep fry my turkey.
Okay, but that's another option. That could have been number 2.
Nobody
But
coming over to
amazing.
your house to eat your dried ass.
That's
oven
very bold
turkey.
of you to go ahead and assume it is dry.
Ladies
Right.
and gentlemen,
Choke bird.
never have I seen such
You know, that's exactly what I'm known for here.
competitive.
Birds.
You got it.
JFig, congratulations. You are the winner.
No, she got to get the
Thank
other
you.
one, right? Or
No,
just-
That was my next
Number one
one.
answer. Number 1
Deep
answer.
fryer.
Quadruple the points. I don't make the rules here.
Wait, so
I
what was
just
the,
make
the
rules.
second one? A pot?
Turkey
Yeah.
baster, maybe?
It was a I'll tell you right now. It is a roasting pan. There you go. Turkey baster number 4. How is turkey number 3? This is ridiculous. I don't make the
Wait,
rules.
so
Okay.
you need the other 2
yeah.
ingredients.
Mhm.
You can have the other 2 ingredients without the turkey.
Well, I mean, you know.
An electric knife.
I
someone
said that's what I said.
said.
I said I deep fried turkey.
Stuffing, hands,
Look at that.
mashed
Ooh.
taters.
Hey,
Oven.
check
Yeah.
this out.
Oven.
Check
Yeah.
this out.
Yeah.
Mima.
Hmm?
Mima stuffed that thing with meat.
Oh, meat inside of meat.
She make a meatloaf in the bird's inner jaws. I said, first time I saw it, I'm like, I don't even know if they friends like that. You stuffing that thing with like, yeah. And all the Canadians love it. I'm just like, I don't know if I could touch that bird. That like, yeah, that don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? I'm digging up in the guts of a turkey for all the giblets and the the nice stuffing or whatever, and there's a hamburger in there.
Oh, I've never had a turkey with a hamburger inside it.
All right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was a riveting rendition of Family Feud Thanksgiving edition. I'm sure there'll be another opportunity as Tobin will be out again on Friday.
Hey, Jennifer.
What?
You know, when it's just the three of us, I would really appreciate if you would partake in the show a little bit sooner.
Hey, look, I was here when you were gone, huh?
Oh yeah.
I was
every
here.
Wednesday.
I saved
Fine.
okay.
Fine.
We did. Don't forget to enter that fig parlay.
So maybe next time you guys will let me know when someone's out. Thanks. I appreciate it.
We thought Dono was in.
True. Look,
Dono didn't even know he was in.
That's like
no one knows anything about anything.
we don't know nothing.
I just kind of show up sometimes.
Yeah.
This has been another rousing rendition. I appreciate you guys listening. We will be back tomorrow, same time. Tobin returns, everyone. So, for my friends here, have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and don't forget to put in that fig parlay.
I'm here with